Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb. And I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up. Cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the ultimate game in the North American Warriors of the Rift, the Army versus the Air Force. Two undefeated teams going head-to-head, a matchup we have been waiting for since the very beginning. I have two very special guests with me tonight, Vest from the Air Force and Brian from the Army. Vest, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Mega. Can't wait to be a part of this cast and see this great matchup tonight between Army and Air Force. The sibling of the other, and we'll see who the better sibling is this weekend.
And Brian, how are you doing? I believe you are actually in Korea right now, are you not?
I am. Good morning. It is great out here. I'm excited for this matchup. We've been basically studying the Air Force for the past month and a half, so I'd say the Army's ready for it.
All right. So you say you've been studying. Vest, has the Air Force been studying the Army as most likely? Did you know at the beginning that the Army was going to be the other undefeated team, or did you maybe think potentially it was going to be the Navy? I know Ninetales is in the chat, but was it the Coast Guard? Vest.
Yes, sorry, my bad. I was trying to find the other voices in my head. So what was the question again? My bad.
How were you preparing for the Army basically during the entire course of this tournament, or did you think potentially it could have been the Navy? Brian says they've been eyeing the Army for a month and a half now. Have you been eyeing the Air Force for the same? Sorry, Brian said they've been eyeing the Air Force for a month and a half. Have you been eyeing the Army for that same time?
Based on how the games went, I mean, it was definitely going to be a toss up. We were just going to wait and see who our opponent was, and how the Army handled everything going through all the other matches. We kind of suspected they would be the final challenge for us. Got a little worried last week after they threw that game 2 and had to go to game 3. But it's going to be an interesting match tonight. I had a chance to talk to some of the AFG guys beforehand just to kind of see what they're looking at and what they're going to have in store for the Army tonight.
All right, so Vest, as our Air Force guy, give us a little bit of insight into what we can expect from this game.
So the Air Force has something planned. If depending on what side they're on, they may pull a champ that may not be into that role. It's
So
going to
we
be very
got an
interesting.
off-meta pick. A nice little
it's going to be
off-meta
a very interesting lane choice for sure. And then their mid, they're expecting the Zareth ban. So we'll see what the mid can do if Zareth does get banned, because I think he's a Millie Zerath. So we'll see what happens there.
And Brian, tell me, how has the Army been preparing? Can we expect any fun surprises today?
We're not gonna do any fun surprises. The only thing that we've really been prepping is basically 80 mids, just because it's big in the meta right now. We are playing with a substitute mid laner from our other main USAE team. So same champ pool as genre, but we haven't really prepped any like the secret sauce yet.
Yeah. So today for the Army, we have Papa Pluto top lane, Unahana in the jungle. Fox is going to be there, like Brian said. Vest, the substitute mid laner. Insidious is the AD carry and Hydrolite supporting him. The Air Force is playing Hazy in the top lane, Madara jungle. Popperling in the mid, Shiro and Braxy running that bot lane like we've seen them do all split. I am so excited. We are starting off with a Zareth ban and Camille by the Army, and the Air Force is not allowing the Akali through, as well as the Akshan. Is that a targeted ban? Because I don't believe Akshan is that meta right now.
I'm not really sure what they're doing right there. I didn't really talk about the bans earlier with them in the couple minutes I had with them before jumping in with y'all and doing all the tech chat. I knew they were just preparing for Zareth ban mid lane, so they're. I don't think they're too worried about the picks the Army has.
So you did mention a potential spicy pick depending on the side. Is this is the Air Force playing on the red side? Is that the spicy side?
It may be. I guess we'll have to find out here in a second.
Come on! Come on, you got to give us some information there. You can't just be like, maybe, I'll never tell. In the meantime, the Army has locked in Ashe, most likely for Insidious, a fundamental AD carry pick that late scaling slows and just consistent DPS will be very annoying to deal with. I like it. And countering, the Air Force has locked in the Jhin. Shiro's Jhin. Or we have seen a decent amount of Jhin mid in the LCS and, well, each professional league. So AD carry is kind of taking over each lane role. So, Vest, is this a Jhin mid?
I'm not sure what they're picking mid. I know for a fact the spicy pick would be the top laner in Hazy. So if that's going to help you out with anything,
it's got to be Vayne top.
But again, I'm not sure.
Vayne top is not that spicy pick. We've seen Vayne top already. It's a spicy pick, but it's not the spicy pick.
I was gonna say I've seen that in so many matches where Vayne goes tops and just kind of runs it. If you know how to kind of that
I like Rel. I love Rel as a support. She's one of my favorite support engaged champions. So, Brian,
Yes.
do you like the Ash Rel combination?
I do. It's something we've been practicing a lot, especially with Insidious and Hydrilli. They basically put in a lot of games on their accounts with these two champions, and Insidious loves playing Ash into really anything because he can just sit back, play that support ADC role, where he's not looking to be the true full damage DPSer, but just looking for those picks with his Ash ult.
You know, the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, that global ultimate, one of the most deadly engage tools that an AD carry could possibly have, a 3.5 second stun. It's just so good. It's a great follow-up. That AoE slow on top of the Rel ultimate, it's a great combination. And we will get to see Popperling's Ari. So a nice blind Ari. We don't have a support for the Air Force, which is a little bit shocking for me. I like the idea of throwing both your bot lanes and your jungle up early, secure those priority picks. So is the Ari a priority pick for the Air Force?
I think it is. Just because we knew Xerath was going to get banned. I know he's been practicing with some off champs that he typically doesn't play. So I think this is a good pick for a mid laner, especially to balance out the AD AP damage overall.
Well, and speaking of AD AP damage, we have a Rumble top lane. We have two AP soul laners, a Jarvan jungle, and a Jhin. A very healthy balance of AD and AP. And right now, the only tank that we're seeing from the army is the Rel. And Rel is not that tanky, at least early. Once you get late, it can be.
Yeah, she's not tanky early, but expect to see Papa Pluto playing a tank. Here, he's probably going to pick up either Poppy or Ornn on this last pick for the army, just because that's all we've been practicing and what we've been playing and setting up. And the Poppy here was actually probably going to be the best pick, just because it denies the Jarvan engage and the Ari snap engage.
Mm-hmm. Syndra picked for the army, and you called it. There's the Ornn. I like the late game scaling from the army. You have Ashe Syndra, who can do amazing late game damage, combined with the Ornn, giving you that extra gold value from the artifacts. What will we see from the Air Force as a counter to this Ornn? Are we going to see a fighter? Are we going to get to see two wet noodle matchups top lane? What are we doing?
We'll see here. I'm not sure they were expecting the Ornn pick here. And as he said earlier, Vayne is one of those picks that they could have gone just to kind of get in there. But the thing you missed to mention was all the CC that they get with Syndra, Rel, and Ashe now. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they kind of stay out of that constant CC and can kind of chip away into the back line.
Yeah, I do. I like the amount of CC on the army. The Air Force is very squishy, though. And I mentioned this on Tuesday when we had an Ornn into Jarvan matchup, but the Cataclysm is breakable by Ornn. You can't use the Cataclysm onto Ornn, and if Ornn times the charge properly, it can immediately break the Cataclysm and just give his backline a way to get out. You have counter engage on both sides. These are going to be chaotic team fights, and both of you are giving me insight that we're going to have a lot of fights this game.
Yeah, I expect the army to be fighting basically at every objective. That's how we've been running in our scrim blocks and our practices. We basically fight for second grubs, third dragon, second dragon, first dragon. We basically fight for everything, and just try to get prio and placing wards so we can actually win these fights.
And how has the Air Force been preparing?
The Air Force has been preparing for kind of everything. They saw how the Army played last week, how they could be very, not inting, but very attack heavy and just going for the team fights and trying to get up early. So I think they're going to try to play a little bit passive or make sure they have TPs and all that stuff up ready to go. So that way if someone does go in full bore, they can kind of dive in late and counter that attack by the Army.
All right. So, game one, undefeated teams. I want biases aside here. No biases. I want statistical analysis based on these team comps who would win. If you turned off nameplates, if you turned off sides, who wins these team fights?
Brian, I'll let you
Best
take this one.
All right, Brian, you first.
I'm gonna say that the Army has an easier comp to execute in terms of team fighting. They can have the snap engage with the Rel and the Syndra and Xin Zhao going WN with the Ornn ult. The Air Force, it's gonna be a lot of dispersion fighting and kiting around everything. As long as the Army avoids the Rumble ult, basically the Army should be able to wipe this front to back. This should be a very easy fighting.
I'm
Do
gonna
you
have to
have
agree with
any
Brian
late game? I'm sorry, continue.
With the CC and everything, the engage that they have, the engage capacity capability they have, they can easily get in and kind of wipe out that soft front line that they have, since they don't really have a tank. But I would say I will trust the Air Force's calls and judgments, but it's definitely leaning towards the Army early on in this match. If they can get running, the Air Force could be in trouble.
So one thing I did mention was the Ornn Ashe Syndra late game power, but what I failed to really consider was a late game Vayne shredding through this frontline Ornn. About 8-9 autos and a Rage Blade, Blade of the Ruin King, Trinity Force Vayne is going to absolutely demolish this Ornn and the rest of the team fight to go with it. Again, as long as the Army can execute this CC in this front to back team fight properly, I think the Air Force is going to have a tough time doing it. But again, it all depends on the early game. It depends on invades. These early objective team fights around the Grubs and the Dragon, like both of you said. So we are going to be getting into game here really soon. Game one, I will be with Vest for the cast from the Air Force, and we will be saying bye to Brian here really soon. He will be back in between game one and two. We will get to hear his thoughts on the game, and then he will join us for game two, and then we will see what happens. If we go to a game three, if we don't, I would love to see a game three. I would love to see a dynamic, chaotic game three. I want to see a game three that would make the Coast Guard Air Force game look absolutely comical. It was I'm never gonna get over that game. It was one of my favorite ones. So Brian, thank you for joining us. Vest, all right, buddy. We have a little bit of time here to kill. So, what do you think of Aurora?
Aurora is a great champ if run properly. If you know the mechanics, you can get through it. She is probably one of the deadliest champs that I've seen lately. Granted, all new champs are deadly until they get that nerf a little bit. I was playing earlier as a Brand or Shyvana, and me and the Aurora were just going off. She would trap everyone in there. I'd Brand ult, and everyone would just die.
It sounds like a real fun time. Vest, we haven't really gotten a chance to talk to you really at all. This is your first time being on broadcast. So I'm going to get some basic information from you. You are with the Air Force. How long have you been with the Air Force?
So I'm coming up on my 15-year mark. I've been with the Community College of the Air Force for the past 4 years, and I just got my next assignment. I'll be heading to Oklahoma State to teach our new cadets out there in the ROTC. So I'm looking forward to that. It's been a dream for the past about year to kind of get into that realm and mentor a little bit. So kind of get into that late stage of my career where I want to pass on a legacy to the future of the Air Force and better them as much as I can.
All right. How long have you been playing League?
So I've been playing League off and on for about 4 to 5 years. I've really gotten into it the past year and a half. Mainly TFT, but I've been working with some of the Air Force gaming guys, getting coaching from them, and I've been slowly climbing. I think I'm 8 wins out of the last 9, so I'm finally understanding the mechanics, movements, and the game a lot more, thanks to their coaching.
Are you playing ranked, or are you sticking to normals?
All ranked. Coach was like, "Do not play norms. There's no point. You gotta
It
go
really
play ranked
isn't.
and earn it the hard way."
All right. So what rank are you?
So the highest rank I've ever been was like gold 4. Currently, I'm sitting in like iron 1.
I mean, gold, it's respectable. Iron, it's I got some friends that are in Iron from another Discord that I'm in. I've seen Captain Flowers do his Iron cast where he pulls a team of full Iron players, or he picks one of the players and watches their solo queue games, and it gives me a headache. It really does. But you're trying, you're working hard. That's what matters. We're gonna do a quick pivot here. TFT, never mind. We're getting into game. Sorry, we are immediately also going to go right into a pause. It is all over the place. We're back. All right, TFT. What do you think of the new set?
I love it. I was just playing a game right before the cast. Having some fun with Syndra and Cantor. I love my Honeymancers. Trying to get 5 early and just kind of use that carry to get to 7 if I get the emblems. And then Sugar Craft is also a fun, like, kind of fortune type build.
I love Sugar
Craft.
I
love it.
My first game, Sugar. Are we in game now? I don't want to give it hype if it's just going to be right into a pause. Producers are telling us that there might be a pause. Might be doesn't mean definitely is. So a little bit of a late hype here.
The red?
Little bit of a late hype here, but let's go into game 1 for the. Oh my God! Why? I just got started and you paused. Dang it! Oh, I can't keep it chill. I can't. No. I was getting the hype ready, and then it immediately paused. Like, mid-hype, it pauses. I don't know what Syndra's doing. She started off with the toss and stole the red buff, and then it doesn't even matter because there's no one there. What the heck is going on? I don't know anymore. This is chaotic for me. I'm Diamond, and I don't understand this. I'm not talking about the client, producer. I'm talking about the gameplay. What is happening?
Hey, at least it's not like last week with the Coast Guard where they both invade, the game, and then they come back and no one does anything with the invade.
Oh yeah, that 2.5 minute 2.5 minute invade that I had on Tuesday. Oh, what a great time! Or 2.5 minute long team fight.
And the Riot client is freezing everything, and we are still waiting for gameplay here. Gotta love Riot some days.
I just like every time I talk about Riot in their spectator client, I just want to go. All right, Vayne top lane into Ornn. Just need a quick. We do just need a quick second to get the scoreboard corrected. That is a Rumble support with the Vayne top lane. Oh my gosh, this is going to be an interesting one.
For sure.
You can see the producers.
Looks like Vayne is trying to get early push and kind of get an advantage top lane right now. Ahri's already pressing mid lane.
Flash is out from the Air Force support there. The Rumble forced a flash right away, but a lot of damage put down onto the Ashe in response.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting pick with the Rumble support because the rockets he can just pretty much melt Rel early on with his flamethrower, and try to help out that Jhin.
Yeah, Braxy getting a nice trade in, a great charm from Pop, dodging a lot of the Syndra's abilities. Just an excellent trade on their end.
And bot lane's already pushing into that tower, getting early engaged down there. Even without the flash, Rumble's still being a brute down there.
Yeah, excellently played so far in this early game. Top lane going about the way we expected, just a farm fest, not really doing much else. Vayne doesn't want to get too aggressive because this Orin can still do a healthy bit of damage.
Yeah, Hazy's pretty smart, especially in the past few games. It's always seemed like Hazy's always had the advantage in his lane, and has been the carry for the Air Force in most of them. So it'll be interesting to see if he can keep that pace up, or if he falls off in this game against better competition of the Army.
I'm back.
So
I'm back. Sorry, I had a little bit of a technical issue on my end now. Everything's just going real well.
Good thing we did all that tech work. Works great when we're not in game, and then all of a sudden we get in game.
It really does. Right now, it is just on my end. It is not looking the best quality, and I don't know how to fix it. And it fixed. Yes, I don't know why, but talking crap about it fixed it. Yes, let's go.
Yes, it was definitely blurry for me too. I was like, maybe it's just my stream. I don't know what it is.
No.
So I had the stream
of
up on my own screen.
Hydroly's going in with the crash down, and nice stun onto Braxy. Insidious is getting a great trade
down here.
The first blood in for the support. Hydroly getting a nice engage, a nice flip up. Shiro is in a bad spot. Hydroly is low. He's about to fall.
Shiro's
He's
done.
not going to die to the dancing grenade. Insidious flashes forward in the middle of the minions, gets another kill. A 2-for-0 trade. Well played by the Army bot lane. We're about to get another engage.
Oh, Madara early on in this one. Papa Pluto though is gonna. Can they have it? Yes. No. Oh no, they don't get it.
Oh
yes,
Jordan was taking the turret. Oh, great play. Madara tanks the turret. Lets Kempsey dive and get the kill. Doesn't even need to flash out. Kempsey blows both of his summoners, but an early kill for this Vayne means early boots and a lot of pressure with this wave pushing into her turret. Excellently played. And Fox, nice combo. No ultimate yet. Does not want to throw that, but this is going to be a big wave bot lane. But Zin is behind if they can get this engage here. Unohana goes in, will hit Shiro, does not dodge the crash down. Shiro is going to fall again. This time the Aftershock grabs it, but Popling is in. The Spirit Rush is there, grabs one. Unohana falls on the retreat. Braxy will fall to Insidious as well, but Pop is now stuck in a bad spot. Hydrolite gets the stun. Another. The charm goes wide. Pop is gonna fall again. Insidious, a double kill. A 3-0-2 Ashe to start this game off. And this bot lane for the Air Force the Army is looking absolutely monstrous.
And this is what we were talking about earlier, was can the Army get off to a quick start and get an advantage? And we are seeing that in the bot lane right now. The bot lane is just overrunning them, and we're about to see another huge fight in the river right now for the grubs.
Yeah, Madara flashes out, but still gets hit by Call of the Forge God, and a nice little brittle proc will send him to a grave, but Unohana is now trying to avenge his fallen teammate, and he will. A nice fight top lane, a 1-for-2, and this is a very bloody game. 10 kills in 7 minutes, and a lot of pressure is being put all over the map, and the mid laners, I mean, Fox is just content with farming right now.
And I think that's the biggest thing. You can't let Poppy get so far ahead. And Fox is doing the best thing for his team right now, kind of staying out of the way of Poppy, getting that farm, and just building up for that late game.
Scared of the Week will not hit. Syndra's just trying to trade early, get those stacks of her passive up to enhance her abilities. So, now that everything seems to kind of like slow down, Madara picks up his blue buff. All 3 grubs go the way of the Army. The Air Force is down in gold and kills, but they are going to get the first hit of this dragon as long as Insidious and Hydroly don't check it. The ward will spot him on it, but are they going to be able... I don't believe they're going to be able to stop it.
No, I think they know that mid's kind of free right now, but ADC and the support are down there with them. So I think that would have been a bad invade, and they made the smart call of giving up the first one, allowing them to kind of keep that advantage right now.
Nice hawk shot. Will spot the Rumble, so they have an idea of where Jarvan, Rumble, and Ari are now. We're just trading the red buffs on both sides, a double invade, but we might get to see a dangerous fight here, bot, if Jarvan decides to move.
Jarvan, I think, is looking for the engage here on Ari.
There's an engage on both sides of the map. Ari was spirit rushed in on. Insidious is on a rampage. Fox gets another kill. A nice orb will send Ari to the grave. A return kill. Just fights all over the map, and now Kempsey is just feeling himself. He's pushing up, but on the bot side, Insidious is going to take a couple of these turret plates and accelerate this gold lead for the Army AD carry. And we might get a pickup on Braxy here, but they're not going to go any further. So, 2,500 gold lead, 5 kills, equal neutral objectives, and I think the Army is happy with this. What's the Air Force thinking at this moment? Oh,
I think the Air Force is a little bit worried. I don't think they expected the Army to come out like this and have the advantage this early. But we could be seeing another huge fight down here in the bot lane as we have Xin Zhao and 4 champs for the Army down near there, but they're not going to take it.
So, Jin used his Deadly Flourish into the bush, which tagged Hydraly. Couldn't move out of the way in time, so no follow-up engage there. That trap was not able to be sprung. And I don't know if Shiro was guessing they were in there or just trying to clear the wave, or both at the same time. Either way, expert play from him stops that extra bit of potential danger. I couldn't think of the right word for it, but stops that extra danger. Xin sees that there's no fight going to happen, backs off, and now Fox is going up top. A nice scatter of the week, and Kempsey is blown up. The Call of the Forge God not even needed, but now Papa Pluto is going to be able to use this Demolish to just take 2 turret plates before leaving and almost evening out this gold advantage.
Yeah, Army is playing this very smart. I think the work that they've put in this past week or so has definitely shown out, and they are taking advantage of their practice and their study of the Air Force. So this is going to be very interesting.
Is tagged by the charm. Pops the Crescent Guard to stay alive. Pop cannot get in any further, but right now, Shiro is on the back line, but Hydraly will put a stop to the curtain call with a simple stab of her spear. Oh, a great play from Hydraly. Keeps his jungler alive. Unahana tagged by the charm, hit by the EQ knockup, the flag and drag, and just barely survives.
Yeah, Unahama was in danger there, and he made the smart play to get out of that and kind of keep that advantage. Uno's been playing really good lately for the Army. You saw that last week against the Navy. He just kind of dominated the jungle and made a lot of big plays for the Army to kind of keep them going in that set.
Kempsey not in a good spot, forces the Ghost out. He's going to have to flash over the wall away from the Scout of the Week. Both summoners forced out by the combination of Unahana and Fox, and because of this, they're going to be able to take more of the grubs. Madara hit by an orb from Syndra, takes about 20% of his health, and right now Insidious and Hydraly are just going to take this bottom turret. Unahana will get all 6 grubs for the Army. This is a very solid team right now. Insidious and Hydraly are absolute monsters. They are going to be very hard to kill.
I definitely agree, and having those 6 grubs is going to be huge, getting this turret surge going for the Army, so they can just take advantage right here. But we have a TP coming in.
Ari?
Are they looking for a dive bot lane?
Pop's TP was stopped by a great Scout of the Week from Fox, so a wasted TP in exchange for a turret shot, but Fox is now actually taking a lot of damage. Dodges the charm, but the Spirit rushes in. A nice Scout of the Week stun combination. Pushes Pop away. Fox stays alive, and a great play from him, and Unahana is looking for blood.
Yeah, knowing that Poppy did not have the ult there, trying to come in and take advantage of it, but was unable to.
Yanohana almost in a bad spot. Kempsey is not able to deal enough damage and force him away. However, Papa Pluto will do a lot of damage in equal trade of percent health. And that's kind of scary coming from an Ornn.
Yeah, you mentioned this earlier, Kempsey. If he can get running, he can definitely shred down Papa Pluto. And you saw that there a little bit until Ornn landed that combo on him and forced Kempsey to kind of back away.
Ooh, a nice combination. Pop just barely survives on no health. The dubstep ignite. For those of you that remember the old days of Uber Danger back in the old YouTube content creator days, Uber Danger did the dubstep ignite. The first tick of the ignite happens as soon as you hit the button, and that's what killed Pop. An absolute it's a style play. That's what that is.
That is a very out of character play there by Pop in the mid lane. You don't see him lose that fight or at least get picked out like that very often.
Right now, the Army just seems to be coasting on the success of their win over the Navy, and it's just riding that into this series. They look absolutely dominant. Right now, Papa Pluto's down 30 CS, but he doesn't exactly care. Vayne's not getting overly fed, and that's the goal of laning against a top lane Vayne.
Yeah, Kempsey's going to have to figure out some way to get into Papa Pluto and get an advantage, because if not, this game is going to be over quick, and the Army is going to take game one, and the Air Force is going to be on the back step and just going to have to figure it out game two, or they're going to be going home.
So I think the only thing that you can really do is just brute force your way into dives and get the kills to Kempsey. The only issue is you don't have someone that can tank that well, tank turrets that well for too long. Jarvan was able to do it earlier, but that was 3 turret shots, and he still almost fell.
Yeah, I think what the Air Force has to do now, knowing they gave up all 6 scrubs, is they're going to have to get control of the drag and win the Baron fights here when it comes up, especially losing the Rift as well. Army having the Rift is going to be huge as if they can get down to the T2 turrets, mid lane or top or bottom lane, and be able to get into the base turrets. That's going to be a huge advantage for the Army here.
All right. As the Air Force, you're the representative for the Air Force. How do they come back? You are down almost 6,000 gold. You are down 7 kills, 2 turrets, and a fed Ashe. How do you come back?
They're going to need Drag Soul, and they're going to need to win the Baron fights. And then try to kite out the team fights, find different angles. They're going to have to find something, because right now what they're doing is not working. This is not the same Air Force team that we've seen throughout this series, and the Army is taking advantage of being a little bit overzealous and thinking that they could just walk through this Army team.
This really is not the team we are used to seeing. I like Kempsey. We did see him on Vayne earlier. Insidious going with an Enchanted Crystal Arrow will not connect onto the Jhin. We did see Kempsey's Vayne earlier this year, and he was an absolute monster on it. Pop is just gonna melt. Fox just hits him with 5 orbs, and he's going to dull. Hydrolite is looking for it, and he does it again! He dubstep ignites him again! It's absolute madness! Oh my god, and that means that now the Army is going to be able to shove these waves in. They have the Herald drop. They're going to be able to take at least 2 turrets from this. Kempsey is trying to get something back, but Papa Pluto is so tanky. The Sunfire completed half of the Thornmail, and there is no way that they can contest this top lane push. Oh, this is just starting to look...
If they pushed, I think they could get that tier 1, the base tower.
I don't believe so. It's too hard to get it through. The Herald would not survive long enough, and you didn't know where Jarvan was moving after that. But right now, they're gonna trade double TPs. This is about to be a 2v3 under the bot lane turret. A great knock-up. Oh my gosh, and Popperling is not playing his best game. Madara under the turret, going to get stunned up in his own luck. Insidious going to grab this final kill. The flag and drag does not hit in time. Braxy is stuck in the magnet storm. Unohana will grab his kill, and the army is running over the Air Force. A failed tower dive. It results in a 2-for-1 trade, and you don't even kill Papa Pluto. You don't put the tank behind. All you killed was Fox. You get one kill onto
right
Vayne,
now.
and this is starting to get a little brutal. The Air Force was able to grab the mid inner turret, but other than that, they cannot find a win on this map.
No, they are struggling, and Insidious is fed and just becoming a rapid fire god right now with Ashe.
Yeah, Phantom Dance, a Kraken Slayer, finished boots. If anything even gets near him, as long as he's not hit by the Jarvan Flag and Drag, he is just going to be able to put so many auto attacks into the Air Force that it's going to be very hard to disengage from those slows. This is a great showing from the army so far, and something we were not expecting at all. Oh no, Fox! He's fed. He's really fed. Shadow Flame plus Ludens, and it's a 20-minute Baron. They're just going to start it up right now. The only one they're waiting on is Insidious, but right now, Papa Pluto's able to tank it up for so long, it doesn't even matter. The Scryer's orb will come out. They will see that the army is on it, but there's nothing that they can do. Madara is dead. The curtain call is up, but they just need to body block it. Only a couple more shots. A smite comes through. The Baron falls for the army. Papa Pluto misses the charge. No knock-up on Braxy, but they don't really care. They get the Baron on a 20-minute Baron. Started it immediately on spawn. Great plans from the army. They're going to use this push. 6 grubs. These turrets are not going to last long.
No, and the thing that started that off was Fox with the... I don't think he had vision there. I think it was just intuition for him. Just finding out that jungle and catching Madara off a guard and just slamming him with it looked like a 3-shot combo. And that really set off that Baron.
Great combination. So we can see on the mini-map, there is a control ward right outside the pit. There's a control ward in the bush by red buff. So they saw Madara go around those wards and then didn't see any more. But Madara is going in. Insidious is caught, charmed up, locked inside the Cataclysm. They use all that to kill Insidious. And now the fight is still going. Pop is going forward, misses the charm. Unohana is going to force Ari away. Madara forced to flash away. This Syndra is terrifying. That was a great series of abilities just to kill Insidious, but now you do not have the Jarvan Flash Engage. You do not have that extreme long-range entrance tool. So, gotta flash away from Fox. The Scatter the Weak deals so much damage. You get stunned by that, you are going to die.
Yeah, the army bringing in the switch here with Fox in the mid lane is actually paying off for them.
The curtain call opens up. Braxy steps too far forward. Nice call of the Forge God. Propelling does not have the Spirit Rush. Will not get away. Fox picks up another one. 4 kills for the Syndra. The Baron buff is still active. They may be able to just push through and end this game. There's so many Void Grubs. They're going to be able to take all this damage off these turrets. At the very least, this is going to be an inhibitor. I think there was a little bit of confusion. Madara was trying to get away as the Jhin was opening up for an engage. Braxy face tanks the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, but it's not enough. He just burst down. Madara, a great engage, but there's nothing to follow. The Magnet Storm as well onto 2. Shiro and Braxy are locked up. Fox picks up another one. Kempsey is trying. Kempsey is failing. Unohana, actually, I misspoke. He picks up 1. They're all dying. Fox with a triple kill. Kempsey is now stuck Papa Pluto just breathes on him. Pop picks up another kill. There's Pops everywhere. Papa lane mid, Papa Pluto top lane, and everyone except the Ahri is dead.
If one fight changed there and Kempsey lost that, we would be seeing the Army going up 1-0 right now.
Easily.
Army has complete control of this game, and they can pretty much do whatever they want.
So
but they cannot get too overzealous.
The one thing that the Army did wrong there was they split that team fight. Madara is on top of Insidious. They're on top of your carries. Fox is stuck off to the side somewhere, and they split the fight. Hydrolite engages on Shiro and Braxy instead of converging back and helping his AD carry. He goes back to help Insidious. This game is over. We're already on a break. But right now, the dragon is about to spawn in 10 seconds. The third dragon for the Army will put them on soul point if we even get to that point of needing soul.
Yeah, this is do or die for the Air Force. They're gonna give up this dragon here, it looks like, and they got to figure something out with this team fight, because if not, this is game, set, match. And
oh, Fox. Madara blows up. The Shadow Flame crit on low health targets. Just blows him up. You only have armor boots. You have an Eclipse and a Shojin and a Warden's vest. You have no MR. Fox exploits it, and this is looking to be the final push. Kempsey is going to back after picking up a turret, but it's a 4v5. You don't have the Syndra ult, but I don't really think that matters.
No, I think Kempsey getting that tower is going to help with that item, but I don't know if he has enough to hold off this team right now.
I don't think he does. Fox is rooted up, though. He's on top of the equalizer. They have grabbed the Syndra. Pop is firing in. A 4-shot. Shiro will get the kill. Insidious, Unohana, and Hydrolite will grab Kempsey under the turret, but Pop is now not in a good spot. The Crescent Guard, but Madara with the Cataclysm grabs the Ash, and now there is no AD carry. Hydrolite is stuck in a bad spot. Unohana is going to dive this turret, try to pick up another kill, try to keep his team alive. He will get the Jhin, and now, last fight, all that was left was Ahri. This fight, all that's left is the Jarvan. The Air Force is fighting back. They are just barely surviving by the skin of their teeth.
That was a great team fight. Madara getting in there late and not getting to save the Jhin, but able to stop the engage there and get that last kill to kind of keep his team alive here. I think the Air Force has to look Baron here. If they don't get this Baron, they are in grave danger of losing this fight early.
So what I think Fox needs to do is no longer use his ult for anyone but the Vayne. Vayne has the I don't even remember the ability item name. I think it's the Light Shadow or something. I don't play AD carry enough to know, but I know that's Bork. I know that's Ginsu's. Those three items combined. Oh, Kempsey's in a bad spot! He's over the wall! And Fox just grabs him right in front of the Baron! Kempsey, no! What are you doing?
That was a throw if I've ever seen one.
I don't know what he was doing there, and I don't know if he knows either. But that's going to be the Baron. That should be the final push. There is a super minion mid. Oh, Kempsey, what are you doing?
In all honesty, that I would say that is one of the things that playing with these guys in houses and stuff like that, you always see Kempsey get over confident and thinking he could just pull off these faker plays, and I think he bit off a little bit more than he could chew with that one.
Call the Forge God hits 3, but there's not going to be a follow-up, mainly to just push them away. Papa Pluto is going to get very low. A great Cataclysm onto Insidious. Madara is killed on the backside, and the fight's breaking out. Pop is dashing. He's trying to pick up more kills. A double kill for Braxy. Oh my god! No, is this going to be it? Fox deals so much damage, but a nice Dark Spear grabs Pop on the backside. A 2 for 4 is the Army throwing.
The biggest thing there was the Air Force was able to hold off long enough for Kempsey to get back up, and Kempsey got in that fight late to kind of get them out of that team fight.
Oh my gosh, this vein is starting to do so much damage. Papa Pluto was caught. A series of abilities just sticks him on top of the equalizer. He has the Abyssal Mask, but that's not enough MR, mostly building armor. And this game has gotten very close. A potential soul for the army in just under a minute, but Cloud Soul doesn't really mean much to anyone on this team. The Ornn can just hit the second hit of his ult faster. Xin can rush quicker through the back line, but I don't see a world in which this Cloud Soul actually makes a difference. But it's a great objective for the Air Force to kind of force a fight over, but oh my gosh, these team fights are getting more and more insane, and somehow they're going more and more in favor of the Air Force.
Yeah, they're
a great enchanted crystal arrow will tag Braxy. The sequence of abilities and everything just used on Braxy. He falls. Madara dodges out of the magnet storm. Oh my gosh, Braxy. Again, Braxy and Kempsey just caught in bad spots. But the last time we saw this, it didn't matter because the Air Force won the fight immediately after. However, Army is just going to play it safe. They're going to collect this soul and just try to push in. There's no Baron for 3 minutes. So, oh my gosh. I don't know what I'm watching anymore. I really don't.
I wish I could explain what's going on with these, what's going through the minds of these Air Force guys right now, but I know they're...
There's a 4,000 gold lead in the mid lane. An entire item over Pop. Fox is so fed. 3,000 for the 80 carry. It doesn't even matter that the Ornn is 2,000 behind. The additional benefits of the Ornn items just make their team so much stronger. It's, by definition, 8,500. By actual item standards, that's about 11,000 gold lead. And Madara is not in a good spot. Again, a combination. It's always just... Oh, Kempsey! Flashed into the ultimate! Oh, Kempsey! No, he tried to outplay, but he outplayed himself! Oh, that's gotta be it. The jungler is dead. The top lane is dead. The engage and the DPS are dead. This has to be the game. There is no way that the Air Force can win this fight, but I've been proven wrong. But nope, Jiro flashes away from the last Dark Sphere, but Braxy is going deep. He's trying to get that kill. A not good equalizer. I can't even spin that to be moderately good. Hydrily is on top of Braxy and Pop. A Spirit Rush trying to get away, but that will be it. The Nexus is going down finally. The Army picks up game 1 over the Air Force in this absolutely insane series. Oh my gosh, what did we just watch?
We watched that Kempsey is not him, and we just learned that he made some bad plays right there and got caught out when his team needed him most.
I am in awe. I am in shock. I am in awe. That was an extremely chaotic game. It was so far heavily in favor of the Army, and then just 2 team fights that the Air Force just barely wins. He gives them that hope, and then Kempsey, he tries to be Faker. He tries to be Gumayushi. He tries to be Ruler, and he flashes into the enchanted crystal arrow. Oh my gosh, he could have won that. You flash sideways. Yep. You see this? This is going straight forward. This is sideways. See that? Yeah, it's called sidestepping. But oh my gosh, that was chaotic. I need Brian in a little bit to explain this to my tiny diamond brain, because I can't understand these big brain tactics of the Army. An absolute madness of a game 1, and we have at least 1 more of those games. Hopefully we can see the I can say this because I'm not biased either way. Hopefully we can see the Air Force mount a comeback in game 2, bring us to a game 3. I think that would be an absolute banger of a series. We are going to go to commercial in a just a hot second. We will have Brian coming back to talk with me and Vest before game 2 and get his thoughts on what happened that game. We'll see you guys in a bit.
Hello. I'm here.
welcome back to Game 2 of the Air Force versus the Army. Army taking a, for lack of a better term, a shaky game over the Air Force. A very dominant early and a little of a fall-off mid-game. But, Brian, as our resident Army expert, what were your thoughts on that?
I think the game went to the game plan that we had scouted. We were going to play through our bot lane and playing through our jungler playing with a carry mid laner and a control mage, and Insidious and Hydruli just popped off in that bot lane, and I'm all happy. I'm all excited. I'm ready for game 2. I'm just ready for them to keep doing what they're doing.
What was going through your head in those 2 fights in the base where they, or 3 fights really, where the Air Force just was able to miraculously pull something out and looked like they were about to mount a comeback?
So basically, I was ready to run through a wall and tell them, like, wherever they're at in the world, I was gonna run to where they're at and tell them to end the game instead of playing these weird team fights and throwing. I was not here for it. This is something we always do in our practices with our where the guys just like don't know what to do to end, and they just go, okay, let's just snowball fights and throw games because we love throwing.
But, like, throwing is fun sometimes, you know? When you're like, you gotta have a game 3, get that extra little bit of hype, get that sense of urgency, and you're like, no, I want the game to end now. I don't want my players to have fun.
I love for them to have fun, but as like the manager and the coach of this team, like it just gets my blood pumping. I'm gonna need to be on high blood pressure medicine soon. So
I mean,
these guys are just
doesn't
crazy.
South Korea technically have better healthcare than us? You should be able to get it there pretty cheap.
Oh yeah, it's South Korea's amazing. I love it over here.
I believe it. I want to go so bad. So, Vest, Air Force, Mr. Air Force, what do they have to do to come back in this game 2 and bring us to a game 3?
Not throw the picks. I did not understand the Amumu ban after they already picked the jungle. I think they just need to stick to their play style, not be overconfident, not essentially throw game 1 like they did, and actually go back to their basics and have a better team comp, because that team comp made no sense having no tank for Kempsey to get in on.
That makes sense. We are switching sides. The Air Force will be on the blue side. We'll have first pick. Army taking the red side. And okay, so the Air Force banned all 8 champions last game. Is this an actual ban, or is this them doing the whole A champ ban?
I hope this is a actual ban.
I think they're going to go actual bans here and not just out on a whim. Let's see what we can ban and get thrown. So
far, I see a pattern here. It's AB. Or if this next ban is Caitlyn, I think I might have to rage punch my computer.
This Braum ban actually sets up a Nautilus pick for Air Force. If I'm thinking correctly on how they're going to do it, it's either going to be a Nautilus or it's going to be Leona in the support. Just off that,
I think it'll be a Leona or the not pick. I know one thing they were expecting as well was the Camille ban from the Army. So
and there we are. Great call. Great call from Brian. The Leona first pick from the Air Force, securing that very tanky support, that nice engage. The Army gets rid of Xerath, Camille, Ezreal. So, Brian, Army.
Yes.
What you thinking?
So
Morgana?
I'm thinking here. No. So into the Leona matchup, as a Leona 1-trick myself with over 1.1 million masteries on it, the worst matchup for Leona is Lulu. And here comes the Zeri Lulu, because you just can't do anything when she polymorphs you, and with the speed up that Zeri's going to have, landing the Zenith Blade onto the Zeri is going to be near impossible with also her ult. Like, you're not going to be able to touch the Zeri, especially if it's a Cloud Drake. This is going to be a very fast Zeri. Now, what I think they're going to do here, though, here's the Jarvan. So, yeah, this is something we've practiced, and we're just going to play. This is our bread and butter.
All right. You mentioned spicy top lane pick, Air Force. Is this the spicy top lane pick? You're down 1-0. You got to get this game win, spicy pick?
I'm not seeing the spicy pick this time. I think they might save that for game 3 when they get back to the red side, because I believe that was the side they're talking about. If it's red side, they'll go spicy pick. But I think they're going to go back to what they're strong at.
I have not seen... Sorry?
This is a great Poppy setup here already. This is...
What's it with you and Poppy?
Let me put it like this.
It's
Poppy is one
Poppy.
of the most busted champions in the game.
I 100% agree with you. But...
do anything.
Oh, we're playing Zeri-Rel.
Okay.
Zeri-Rel. I love how that took all 3 of us by surprise. As soon as he said Zeri Lulu, we were like, yeah, that locked in. But we see the Rel lock in, we're all just like, oh okay. I like Aatrox Nidalee. Typically the Nidalee paired with that like point and click hard CC, like the Renekton stud, maybe even the Sejuani, gets that lockdown and allows for the easy spear hits. But Aatrox is that's a new one.
And we're seeing the mid lane bans again, so Ahri and Syndra are out, so we're not gonna have the fight that we just had. I'm trying to think of all the other champs Poppy is good with. And
Poppy's just good with everything. Poppy's just great.
Yeah,
just like Poppy Seeds. Someone in Twitch chat can flame me for that one later.
No, this is a perfect Poppy setup. Like, we've been practicing Poppy. Like, all of our players know how to play Poppy, from the support, top, mid, jungle. The only person who doesn't play it is Insidious because he only owns like 4 champs on his account.
That makes sense.
The other big pick we can be seeing here with mid lane is we might see Fox bust out Ziggs. He's been practicing it a lot and he's been playing it, and they played it in a scrim block yesterday and it went pretty well.
The APA special, Ziggs. Mm-hmm. We're not going to see Hui. Good. We're not going to see Silas. Also, hey, there's the Poppy.
There's Poppy. I'm here for
Brian
it.
Feels really
we're
good
Poppy
about
gaming.
Himself. Poppy gaming.
So one thing that we do is we call anybody who's playing Poppy, we tell them they're on Poppy duty. Like, if we don't know what to pick, we just say Poppy duty and it's an insta pick.
I kind of wish we had insight into those team comms where they could just be like, yeah, Papa Pluto, you're Papa Pluto on Poppy duty.
Yep.
Kaisa Leona.
That's literally what it's being said.
So here's another thing. That the Kaisa ultimate is considered a dash. So the Poppy Poppy Steadfast Presence will block it. So this Poppy counters everybody on the Air Force. Why did you pick?
Let's go, Poppy! It's Poppy time.
I think they're picking the Yone because of the patch. The new patch has Yone busted and
Poppy stonks though. Oh my gosh. That's gross. It stops everybody on the Air Force. It grounds them. It is so. Oh my gosh, that is
I love Poppy.
Poppy
yeah, we get Baby Cage.
Ooh, Veigar.
Oh, the Veigar pick. So, 2 actual team comps. I like it. It's an improvement. And 2 and a couple of spicy picks here. We got Aatrox Yone. I don't believe we've seen either one of these champions in North America, or even as far as I remember, as long as I've been casting for North America and Europe, I don't think we've seen either one of these. The Veigar Baby Cage and the Poppy. So explosive team fights. If Yone can hit a solid... If Yone can hit a solid ult, these teams are going to be fighting tooth and nail. Again, like I said in game 1, but this time... I'm very excited for this one.
I like what the Air Force is doing with this one, going back to their typical engage style and not being the passive, soft, squishy team. They got some champs that can carry easily if they get running early. Aatrox, I know, is one of those that if he gets going, good luck, especially in the hands of Kempsey.
So the other fun thing is you have a tank this game. You have a Leona tank. You have a front line. Again, though, I like the bruiser pick in the Aatrox. I think it can legitimately do a healthy bit of damage to this Poppy, but once Poppy gets to like level 10, level 11, it is going to be a very hard Poppy to kill. And conversely, it'll be a very hard Aatrox to kill. So I have a feeling this top lane is going to be Wet Noodle. Nidalee, I want to see some early invades. I want to see some early aggression. I want to see it start to snowball. Brian, what are you thinking for the Army? How do they execute this comp perfectly and end this series 2-0?
Biger throws up Baby Cage, Poppy knocks him into it, Jarvan ult on top, Zeri just runs over a wall and just kills everyone and just runs around. Because you
That
gotta also
interaction
remember with the
works?
rel E, yeah, you can push people into that wall. Yeah.
Oh my
Into
gosh,
the
I'm
baby
thinking
cage.
Poppy ult. I'm thinking Poppy ult. Not even the charge.
Just her, yep, just her push.
Yep.
But
That's smart.
also with the rel pressing E and running at people, you're gonna see Zeri moving very, very quick. So
And
this is a Zeri pop off game.
Yep.
So with this one, I'm liking their team comp here. I know what they're going to be looking for. They're probably going to be looking for the Leona stun into the Yone ult with the Aatrox coming in, doing the slams while everyone's CC'd in the team fight, especially with everyone being close range for the most part on the Army. They're looking for that mega combo here and just being able to kind of burst them down quickly then with the Kai'Sa.
All right. So, unfortunately, there is an ad on Twitch right now. Thank you to the 51 of you who are subbed to the channel. We had an anonymous gifter gift 7 subs in between games. Thank you so much for supporting the AFDL and these broadcasts. We are all volunteers. We are all working very hard to bring these events to you free of charge to help people just find a community that they can be included in, military, veterans, and civilians, and we can all play these games, watch together, and enjoy our time together. So, Brian, I did this with Vest earlier. Vest, we had some time before game 1 due to some spectator issues. So, Brian, I'm going to do this with you now. How long have you been with the Army?
I've been in the Army for almost 5 years.
5 years. All right. And what do you do?
I work on a commo team for a 3-star general.
Can you explain that to me? Because I have no idea what a commo team is.
I make his personal computers work.
Oh, that makes sense.
That is it. I'm tech support for him.
That's pretty decent. How long have you been playing League of Legends?
Since season 1.
You're an old head like me.
I've been playing forever. I started playing when Karma was released. That was when I started
playing. I think the latest one when I played was Lysandra, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we've both been playing for a long time. And then who's your first main?
Leona.
Oh yeah, you did say you're a Leona one trick.
1.1 million mastery points.
Yeah, you just subtle flexes there. All right,
yep,
and
level
oh my gosh, what is that? Oh yeah, there's no like changes to how it looks after like 40, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't change. No, just the number just gets bigger.
My gosh, what a
it's kind of
mad lad. And what rank are you?
On which server?
North America.
Because on NA, I'm Emerald 4. When I went home for leave, I got to Emerald 4 in like 10 games. That's usually where I sit. And then in Korea right now, I'm sitting at Plat 2 to Emerald 4. I fluctuate pretty often over here.
All right, so how does playing in Korea differ from playing in North America?
3 ping, baby. 3 ping.
3.
It's like
my gosh, that's a dream.
It's like playing on LAN. It is amazing.
Hey, can I come visit for like 3 to 6 months?
Yeah, we can go to Lowell Park. The photo that's on there is actually from NA versus EU at Worlds, the play-in match at Lowell Park.
Oh my gosh, wasn't that the one that we lost? NA lost.
Yeah, we got absolutely smoked. It was a
Hey,
depressing day.
good thing it's like 2 or 3 a.m. in the EU right now. They're not watching this stream. They're asleep. They got to deal with the Olympics right now, or else they'd all be in
Yeah,
the chat like, yeah, PDS.
it's all right. NRG made it further and they beat G2, so it's okay.
Woo!
NA still is better.
Yep, I'm repping the Cloud9 right now. You know, they're going up against
Yep, I
TL
see, I
tomorrow.
see, I
Love
see.
my boys. God, I love Cloud9.
Hmm.
I will not lie. I got on the bandwagon in 2013 because they were entertaining and they were really good. I never got off though. They're still my team. I was with them through 2015 summer. I was with them through 2018 summer when I was, losing my mind daily. So
Yeah, no,
we are dealing.
I currently
Sorry.
don't follow anyone in NA because I'm a TSM fan. So, yeah, there's that. So I have no team to follow. But I watch a lot of LPL, LCK. So I love Weibo and I love me some T1. So
How? What do you think about T1's current state in the LCK?
uh T1's gonna bounce back. They just gotta stop reading the drafts wrong and meta wrong, and they'll be fine. They gotta stop playing. Uh, they gotta get Faker off of 80s mid. This meta with 80 mids is what's killing him because Faker cannot play it. He can play Corki, but he's not playing Corki to the standards of like Chovy. So he needs to go back to control mages.
I don't really control mage is even worth it in that pro level anymore. I mean, what Zeri's a mid laner now. Lucian, Tristana, even nerfed Tristana is still a solid mid laner.
Yep.
But I mean, I have a feeling if you're playing against Faker, you're banning the Orianna, you're banning the Azir. You're not allowing those champs through.
Yeah, you're not letting him through. You're not letting really anything through against him. But I don't know. I think T1's gonna get the playoffs. T1's gonna qualify for Worlds. T1's gonna win Worlds. It's the tried and true meta. So
It makes
it
sense.
was cool though to see them win Worlds in Korea. It was pretty awesome.
You were at World's Finals last year.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Me and a couple
That's
buddies from USAE, the Army Esports program, we went to play-ins, quarterfinals, and we went to grand finals. Got to see
Well,
a
that's
lot of League Legends.
absolutely insane. And we are going to get in here for game 2, the U.S. Army versus the Air Force. Will the Air Force be able to mount this comeback, bring us to a game 3, or will the Army 2-0 the early tournament favorites as we get to deal with the lovely league client? Well done. You fixed one spectator bug and you created another one. And again, right as I say it, it decides to work. I am a curse.
Yep, you are
I'm
the
not going
caster
to win the
curse, my
lottery
friend.
tomorrow.
It's all right. You got it.
I gotta try something at this point. Anything.
Now
at
the
this
big thing,
point.
the big thing I'm gonna watch from this early game is if we had like the ability to watch it, is watching the level 1 pressure on the Zeri Rel. If Zeri Rel get the early push onto this wave, it's gonna be very hard for Kaisa Leona to really kind of do anything.
Papa Pluto and Kempsey are fighting up top, and Papa Pluto
Oh,
actually
and we
gets
got
the little bit better of a
Faker
trade.
emote. Oh, this is
I
rough.
oh jeez, we are gonna get
This is
very
gonna be
aggressive
rough.
here. Braxy is in the bush. We're all over the place. Kempsey and Papa Pluto just trading top lane again. Again, this early game. Oh, they see Braxy. What are they gonna do? Oh, we got final boss Vagar. I love that skin. The little ding dings, and you get the minion kills. It's always fun.
Hmm. Now, one thing I'm curious with Hydrilli is why he hasn't dismounted yet and just sat in the bush waiting for the flash remount at level 2.
I don't really think they want to deal with it, but a great Zenith Blade grabs onto Insidious, dashing away. The cleanse stops the ignite. There's not going to be any more burn from that. Ignite for a cleanse trade, but your cleanse is already down now against a Leona. I don't think that's the best trade.
Now he cleansed it so he can stay in lane and not have losing health. It's to save health in this trade. That's why he did the cleanse early. It's why you see it in pro play, like when they'll like randomly pop heal very early in a fight. It's not to save themselves, it's to maintain the ability to stay in lane for these trades and this fighting so they don't fall behind and they can't step off the wave.
Fair, it's the reason why I'm not an AD carry, but Braxy, another great Zenith Blade, grabs Unohana, a nice spear onto a CC target. Unohana is running, the flag and drag flash is not enough, and first blood to Madara, the Nidalee. I wanted to see early action, and I got some early action.
Yeah, this is not going to be good if they allow the Nidalee to get ahead.
That's a great roam by Braxy, just reading the map, knowing how Unohana was gonna move, and was right there as soon as he started the blue buff.
This all stems from the trade that they had where they traded cleanse for ignite on that fight. By them being able to push that wave in, it allows them to just rotate into the jungle with their jungler and get that early look, because bot lane can't leave lane with a wave crashing like in that state. Insidious would fall too far behind.
That's why I play Sejuani, and you can just clear waves very easily as top lane Sejuani. I hate dealing with my jungler going, "Why didn't you come to help me?" And I'm like, my guy, I got 12 minions under my turret. I cannot leave.
Yeah. Insidious needs to be careful here not to step too far up.
Veigar's starting to stack up really well. Ooh, a nice Zenith Blade again tags Insidious, but the crash down onto Braxy. The Ignite is down. Unohana is there for moral support. The Void Seeker not going to hit Hydra. Might have been able to burst him low enough, but Shiro is getting very aggressive, stepping really far up, but Unohana is getting traded. Oh, a great spear! Tags Hydra. Max range. So close, so low. Braxy has no flash to follow, but the Zenith Blade might have enough range. It does not. Madara, a great spear, just forces the flash out of Hydra. Oh my gosh, that was a very close fight. And this is the Air Force that we wanted to see game one.
Yeah, this is looking like they're actually trying to play this time.
Kempsey and Papa Pluto just doing the old top lane dance where, yeah, island, we're just gonna have fun up here. Hey.
Let's see.
All right.
Now, what we should be seeing here in a couple seconds is Army setting up for Voidlings. So usually what would happen is they're going to push out the bot wave, and then Hydralia is going to back and rotate up into going for Void Grubs. But I think they're going to do the opposite of what I'm thinking, and they're going to just do drag instead. See.
Madara is going to take that top lane scuttle. They are Madara is starting off the Void Grubs. Pop has no Spirit Unbound. A nice flag and drag will knock him up, but there's not enough follow-up damage. A nice Steadfast Presence grounds the Aatrox. Just even health trades top lane. No one's really able to find that perfect bit of damage. Papa Pluto, oh, he's actually going to get the better of it. I spoke too soon. The World Ender.
Poppy duty.
Oh, but the Keeper's Verdict knocks up Kempsey on top of the Poppy Q. The combination of damage is too much, and the Grasp auto finishes him off. A nice Zenith Blade over the wall, and Insidious tagged up by it, but there's not enough follow-up. Hydrolite is saving the crash downs for whenever Braxy engages, so he's immediately stunned, and Insidious has enough time to get away. All three Void Grubs go the way of the Air Force. A tied-up game in kills, only a 300 gold lead right now for the Air Force, and this is a great game so far.
Zeri has 6. Braxy's got to be careful with these engages now, since Zeri is 6. And yep, they're doing the trade. First drag for first grubs. That's the trade they're making here.
Drag for void grubs is standard trade.
So what we practice is if we're gonna trade the first grubs for drag, we are then fighting for second grubs 100%. This is like a 100%. We are fighting for second grubs because we do not like having teams have 6 void grubs.
Oh, it's disgusting, especially when you have a Yone and a Kaisa who are going to be able to just consistently like hit the turret and get away. Just get that DPS true damage. It's kind of gross, but Papa Pluto's not in the best spot. The charge pushes Kempsey away, but there's not going to be much else. Trying to dance around in the minions, Madara hits the spear, does have the resets, does not want to dive, and Fox has gone a nice two-man stun, but oh, Kempsey tagged up, stunned against the wall. Papa Pluto I cannot speak. Madara and Unohana are fighting up top. Fox is trying to get some damage out. Unohana grabs Madara. He's not able to run away from the Jarvan auto slowing. Pop almost stunned up. A chaotic fight. Kempsey fell so early in that fight, couldn't even pop the world ender. The Veigar ultimate grabs the kill. He's so low that percent health execute damage, the bonus damage, does so much against a target with no resistances.
Yeah, and it was just unlucky on the timing of when they were trying to do everything with the cage coming out. I don't know if you saw it, but when Fox laid down the cage, it just caught all 3 of them as they were trying to turn the fight backwards.
And it caught 2 of them. Fox is now getting really low. Madara is here. So is Unohana. The flash engage does hit Fox, but there's no follow-up. Madara was stunned up by the baby cage. Unohana is trying to grab one. He will succeed, but now Madara is trying. He's swiping. The cat is hitting, but now Unohana is blind. The sun comes down. The ignite onto Fox, trying to get that extra little bit of health, but it's not enough. Braxy, the last tick of the ignite, will kill Fox. Another kill. These supports are just picking up kills with ignite like crazy. Hydrolite is gonna hit Braxy. The turret is not targeting any of them, but Insidious throws up the ultimate, guns down Braxy. Another kill for the first kill for the Zeri. Meanwhile, Shiro's been bot side, just collecting the minions, getting the turret plate gold in. 9 kills at 10 minutes, less violent than last game, but a lot more controlled.
Yeah, and this is them rotating into mid. I was thinking they were going to be staying in mid and then rotating up to Void Grubs, but apparently they're just going to rotate back and try to catch this Kaisa out. So J4 is about to look for the flag and drag here. He's got to time it with the
I don't really know if it's going to matter. Shiro is not in a good spot. A nice rush to get it to the other side, but I misspoke again. Unohana, a nice flag and drag. The execute on the bite is enough. Shiro survives. Hydrolite, Insidious, and Unohana were not able to kill one Kaisa.
And now they need to back off this turret. They need to just give. They need to just run. This is
they do need to run.
Yep, and Hydrolite gets caught in between.
Duck.
But the wave is dead. Wave is dead.
Ooh, wait. A nice crash down does stop the primary engage. He's still so low. Shiro is gonna grab another kill. Insidious is staring the sun in the face. Pops the cleanse. A nice cataclysm locks 3 up. Braxy is stuck now. Pop is not in a good spot. Another great flag and drag, and Pop is gonna try to get one in return, but the baby cage stun denies the dash, keeps Insidious alive. A triple kill for Unohana, and that is a first gold lead for the Air Force all game. I voice cracked there so hard. Oh my gosh.
It's all good. Yeah, now you see Hydrolite rotating up. They're going to try to play the Grubs. This is now the Grubs play, which they got, what's game time? 11, 15, 12 minutes. So they got 2 minutes left on it before it switches over to Rift. So, yep, this is going to be the next fight, but I think they're just going to have to give.
The Air Force did not start it up. They want to catch out Fox. The baby cage is up. Braxy is running. He's trying to grab him. The Zenith Blade will connect, max range, but Fox is really not in a good spot. A nice shock from Zeri gets a bit of damage onto Shiro, but Hydrolai is stuck in a very bad spot. The CC combination, and Shiro picks up his second kill of the game. The finished static shift for both AD carries. The bright side is the army is going to be able to grab these grubs. However, Kempsey is up there right outside the pit, so I wonder if Kempsey's going to try to take this. We did see Kempsey. He's not. We saw Kempsey try to be him last game. Didn't work out. Is going to realize that he needs to play this smart. Even trade. One dragon for each side. One set of grubs for each side.
Yep. Try to see what their next play is going to be, because I know Hydruli's probably calling out right now that Rift spawning in 45 seconds, and they're probably going to make the make a fight there.
This Veigar is dealing so much damage to Yone. He can't stay in lane long enough. And now that these grubs have been claimed, these turrets are gonna, this mid turret is going to fall very soon. But will it fall sooner than this bot lane turret? Oh my gosh! A nice combination. The dark mat, oh my gosh, I can't even think. The Veigar ult, the Veigar Q, and an auto attack just absolutely annihilates Yone.
Yep.
The minion wave is dead. It's not. They have to wait another one to push this in, but that will be the first turret falling. Ooh. Oh no. Oh no. Kempsey TP's in, immediately stunned up. Kempsey TP'd mid.
This is probably going to be the lane swap they're looking for in terms of send Yone to a complete solo lane on the top side.
I don't think Yone just fares any better into Poppy.
No, Poppy just beats everyone. I think in these team fights past 20 minutes, you're gonna see Poppy just doing Poppy things and just carrying fights, because she's just gonna knock whoever's gonna be doing the most damage. AKA, she's either gonna knock Nidalee out of the fight,
Shiro.
Yone out of the fight, or the Kaisa. But I also think he's gonna knock the Leona out of the fight most of the time, because he doesn't want the Leona to get to the back line.
Spear does not contact. Papa Pluto dodges 2 abilities. Good steps from him. Full armor so far. No boots there. We do have a Chemtech soul this game, so those power boosted plants, this will be very entertaining. Insidious dodges the stun out. Unohana doing the Raptors while Shiro is looking. Fox gets flash engaged on, is stuck now in the middle of 5. A nice flash to try to get out, but it's not enough. Hydrolai now stuck in a bad spot. Kempsey is going in with the Darkened Blade. A nice Fate Seal hits 3, and that's the engage they needed. However, it is going back. Insidious is trying to run and gun. He's running away. Only Leona's on his tail now. Papa Pluto is low, but Insidious is firing into the Leona. Papa Pluto almost dodges into it. Shiro's on a rampage. 5 kills. He's gonna hit the powered blast cone to get out. Now Insidious is not in a good spot himself. He has the support with him, but he is nowhere near as strong as this Kaisa.
Yeah. But I think Kaisa honestly just falls off in compared to the Zeri, because 3-item Zeri is just gonna be 3-item Zeri and just do too much damage late game. No matter how far of a lead the Kaisa gets, I still think the Zeri is just gonna outshine that.
Fox hits a great baby cage. Braxy just barely off to the side. They're gonna hand this kill over. The ever-stacking Veigar picks up another kill. His 3rd of the match, 12-11. Only a 500 gold difference. The dragon spawning in a minute. And, I mentioned it in the call, but that was an excellent Yone engage. But the counter engage was ridiculous from the army.
Yep, and that's just Jarvan doing its thing. He did the flag and drag into the combo, the ult, and then Zeri popping her R at the same time, and just chunked everyone instantly.
The only downside to that great Cataclysm from Unohana was it stuck 3 of his own team inside of it with him. after he died. So they're just standing there. The
you know Hana
Zeri,
didn't die. He chased the Nidalee all the way to her through her jungle.
then
I
he
don't know if you
straight up
caught that.
did not reset the Cataclysm.
Yeah.
Because there were two of the army still stuck inside of it. But, you know, doesn't really matter. Even team fight. They kept the Zeri alive. Insidious will have Flash for this upcoming fight. And I expect we're going to see another insane fight.
Yep. Now what we're gonna see is probably Army's gonna pop Rift and try to move into drag. That's what I would say. Now the weird thing I don't understand is why isn't Army just sending Fox top with TP and just pushing that lane as long as possible, and then just taking the TP in.
Braxy stunned up. Take half health from one Vagar combo. It's gross. Kempsey's on the front line. Pop with another three-man ultimate. Dashes out at the last second. An amazing Magnet Storm combination with the Cataclysm.
Oh,
they are all stuck in
here
there.
Comes the Zeri.
And this is Zeri's time to shine. It's a 2 for 2 currently. Insidious is trying, but they are on top of him. Madara is trying to throw some spears into his back, and he succeeds. Crazy extended team fight. Madara picks up Insidious at the end. A 4 for 2. Oh my gosh, it's starting to look Air Force favored this game.
Yeah, it's kind of looking like that a little bit, but I still think Zeri just completed Shield Bow, so I think in this next fight, it's gonna be Zeri. Zeri's gonna just pop off. She's gonna have so much sustain in these long exaggerated team fights if they can't pop her instantly.
I want to see the Runans come out as well. Those extra auto bolts firing in these close range fights, because we're not getting fights in the middle of mid lane. We're getting fights in the jungle. We're getting fights right outside the dragon pit. The Cataclysm extends over. The Cataclysm and the Baby Cage extend over the entire lane. It's impossible to get out of it. Or get out of the Cataclysm, you're stuck in the Baby Cage. Get out of the Baby Cage, you're stuck in the Cataclysm.
Yeah, and then you got the Poppy just saying, "Oh, you're trying to dash out of anything? You're just getting knocked up."
But another fun combo I don't think we've actually discussed beyond the Poppy pushing into the Baby Cage is Poppy pushing into the Jarvan ult, the terrain.
Yeah, that one's going to be interesting.
Herald charge bot lane, Baby Cage is up. Just Fox is stacking these, stacking up the AP, 151 CS, and has just been hitting a lot of those baleful strikes as on champions. He's been stacking up the passive a lot. Papa Pluto dodges again, 2 more abilities. The Fate Sealed as well. He has fancy feet, but it's not fancy enough to get away from Madara. 2 armor items will not help you against this Nidalee. 7 kills.
Oh, and they're going for the Baron call. They're going for the Baron call. They're going for the 20-minute Baron.
Oh my god, they're going to call Baron at 21 minutes. 4 members against 1, and there's nothing that the army can do to stop this. They're not going to be able to make it in time. They will do way more than enough damage. The smite will come in. And a great call. Papa Pluto did everything he could there. He dodged 3 abilities. He dodged a spear. He dodged the 3rd hit of the Yone Q. He dodged the he dodged the sealed fates. It was well played. But a Nidalee with Lich Bane deals so much damage.
Yeah, and this was just a bad call from the army, just going down to bot lane when Baron's up at 20 minutes and you're playing on a 4v5 with Papa Pluto dead. This is something I keep telling them is like, if Baron is up, we should not be sending 5 bot. This is a send 1 bot.
I agree. These spears are flying. The Void Seekers are flying. Shiro almost has full upgraded abilities. Once Shiro does, it is going to be Projectile City, the Void Seekers, the spears. They will be flying all over the place. I don't know how that spear didn't connect onto Hydrolite. That really looked like it should have hit, but Braxy forced to flash out of the baby cage. The engage for the Leona is a little less right now, but taking a lot of damage. Unohana goes back in. Braxy is low, but Kempsey has a great flank. Stuck in the middle of all five, though. Flashes on top, gets a great double knockup. Fox gets the shutdown. Kempsey falls, but now where's the follow-up? Where's the rest of the team fight? Madara, great spear on the Papa Pluto. Massive chunk. These heals are coming through from the Nidalee. Again, another three-man Fate sealed. This time it's under the turret, and there's not enough that they can do to follow up. Poppy almost falls, Probably almost falls to the turret, forced to flash away. But every Yone ult, except for the one on Papa Pluto, has hit at least 3 enemies. They are excellently done. The dragon is spawning in 12 seconds. This will put the Air Force on soul point.
Yeah, it's Chemtech's soul, so it's not too bad for us. And also, if we let them just stack dragons when we get to Elder time, we can just shred Elder faster since we only have 1 dragon taken versus their 4.
Zeri is starting to get there. It looks like he's building Runon's next. But, oh my gosh, these fights are just... This is what I wanted from Game 2. I wanted to see the Air Force fight back, and they are.
Now, I'm curious how Army's actually going to just get back into this in terms of what are they going to set up, how are they going to set up for their next objective and next call. Because normally when we're in a little bit of a behind, like we're falling behind in games, we usually struggle with the ability to figure out, okay, what's the next call, what do we got to do to get back into the game, and how to actually make that happen in terms of being productive on it.
Fox not in a good spot, does dodge the Zenith Blade, but Shiro, one bill, right? Oh my gosh, the needle is threaded, but Madara is not a good spot. Wait, Shiro goes too deep, gets tagged. The 80 carry is down, and Braxy is now stuck. Unohana is trying to get some damage back, but now Kempsey's in the middle of 3. Insidious is firing, but the Darkened Blade is ready. He's healing, he's dealing damage, and he's running away. Oh my gosh. Braxy knocked up again. This is a great fight so far, but Insidious.
Yone on the side, Yone on the side, Yone on the side.
Papa's on the side. Only hits 1 on the ultimate for the first time this game. Trying to dash through. The fight is over. A 3-for-1 off a failed engage from Braxy onto Fox. And the Army will take that one.
They take it, but again, this is... If we get lane states and wave states, like... Yes, they get 3 there, but they can't capitalize off of anything they just did because they have no waves. Everything's just pushed up.
Papa stayed a little bit too long. Kempsey healed, and Kempsey's back, and he's out of the fight. Keeper's Verdict pushes him away. Baron is spawning in a minute and a half. Another big fight is going to come in. And what are we going to be able to see the Army do? Zeri has the Runans. 3 items on the Zeri, 3 items on the Kaisa. These 80 carries are going to be the life and soul of their teams. If they fall, the fight is over.
Now, one big thing to notice here is the Kaisa has or Shiro has the Seeker's Arm Guard. So he has the baby Zanyas here for this next fight. So that's something that the Army has to keep in mind on this when they go in for a dive onto this area. She's going to have the ability to survive that initial burst and that initial engage for this next fight. And if it's good enough for them to survive, it could throw the Army, like, basically kill the engage and make Army lose the fight. So that's something they got to be mindful of.
Unohana steps on the trap, does about 10% of his health from the burn, but now every Kaisa ability is upgraded. The Banshee's popped. Nidalee no longer has that Banshee, no longer has that free shield. Now, again, the spears are coming out. The Void Seekers are coming out. Projectiles are flying all over the place. We're back to a mid lane NA Ram.
Yup, it's the Army special. We're going to throw everything mid if we don't know what we're doing.
Braxy is potentially caught out again. The baby cage goes wide, but Kempsey is on the TP flank behind. The flag and drag misses. Insidious is out. He's so far away from this fight, and Hydrolite falls in the middle of 4. Popperly is going deep. He will not find any. The keeper's verdict pushes him away, but a nice void rush from Shiro. Gets to the back line, helps his team, picks up a triple kill. He might be looking here for the ace. Madara is going deep, stuck inside the baby cage. Shiro, not in the best spot, does not want to go any further. A lot of damage being put down by Fox, and this might actually, if they think about it, this might be a very dangerous Baron if the Veigar can hit some abilities, but he's very low on mana.
Yeah, this is just a free Baron for them. This should be this honestly should be the end game push.
Ooh,
so
a barrier from Shiro.
Holy
crap! I thought he was dead! I didn't think anything of it! Holy shooing! I can't swear on stream, and I almost did. I know production's kind of like inwardly thanking me right now.
Oh, that was good play by Fox there, to at least get the 1-for-1 in his life. So
no junglers. Unahana will go up first. So do these teams just? They're just gonna start it. Shiro is up. Shiro is alive, and Shiro does so much damage. Insidious is nowhere near. They're gonna give up this Chemtech Soul. Those extra healing shield the damage reduction when they're low. They all just walk away from it, leave it at 122 health.
Yeah.
I think there's still a way that the Army can win. I really do. We've seen the Air Force get sloppy, but Shiro, oh, those Void Seekers are dealing so much damage, and he has such good backline access.
Yeah, and he has fully completed Zanya's now, so he's just not dying in fights.
Fox just keeps getting tagged by these Void Seekers. They are homing missiles on this man.
Yeah. This is the, we're going to poke you out, and then we're going to fight you.
The only benefit that the Army has right now is that the Void Seekers cause so much mana. And Kaiser is their primary wave clear. The downside is that Madara just took blue buff for his entire team. They're going to rotate. They're going to apply pressure to 2 lanes.
Yeah, this is them going to be rotating in between top and mid. What Air Force should be doing is sending someone to the bot lane and pushing that wave in so they can play all 3 lanes, and then smoking out the Army in terms of pushing them and spreading them wide. But this playing of just playing top mid is allowing the Army to stay fairly close to, like, being able to hold and clear waves.
The only benefit is that the minions are harder to kill, but even still, damage reduction don't mean nothing when Veigar's hitting 1,000 damage Dark Matters.
Yeah.
No, you dodged 8% of it. Cool. There's still 920 there. So much damage coming out from this Veigar. These fights, they have to kill Veigar. They have no Zonias on him. As long as the Army can keep their carries alive, they have a chance in this. There's so much resources are expended to kill Hydrolite and Papa Pluto. Meanwhile, Unahana, he's going the more fighter build, and he's not tanky enough. He gets 1 Cataclysm, and he's immediately going to die.
Yeah, I think he's trying to play for the, what is that? Just like the sustained healing from just being a bruiser off the Eclipse and just using his Triumph procs and Conqueror.
Game has slowed down a little bit. Unohana flag and drags in, does not go for any further engage, forced to flax out. Braxy takes the Zenith Blade, goes very deep. Fox is low. He is going to get blown up. My God, Shiro just popped from 100. He's gone. The 80 carry is dead. Popperling is trying to get some damage back. Hydrolite. Oh my God, and also Insidious. They're all dead. Another kill. And Papa Pluto is stuck in the middle of 4, and that is going to be the end. The 80 carries died before they did anything. Oh my God, that was so much damage. I wish we had replay. I want to watch Shiro go from 100 to 0, but no replay. The Air Force got their replay of game 1, and for only the second time this year, we are going to a game 3. Holy crap. What a game 2 from the Air Force. A statement win over the Army. 1-1 game score. Holy crap.
Yeah, that looked like a completely different Air Force team.
Okay, so I was just informed it was 20,000 to 1 on the prediction returns for channel points. I think that's absolutely insane. Holy crap. You guys are gamblers. You are way more loose with your channel points than I am. Holy crap. Again, what a game 2.
Yeah.
I can't keep saying holy crap because I want to say other things, but the only things that are going through my mind include swear words, and I can't swear on stream. So we need to get a PG-13/R-rated version of this stream so I can actually pop off. But Brian,
yes,
tough game 2. Are you what's the game plan going into game 3 now? You're on the back foot. Vest and the Air Force have evened up the score. What are we looking?
Honestly, I think we need to take away. I think we change one of our bans. I think we drop the Camille ban, and we ban Nidalee. The Nidalee pick is just too. We don't have an answer to it right now. I think that's what we need to do is just ban the Nidalee pick. Just take it away from them. We need to, in a sense, manage our waves better. Like for the next game, they need to watch how they're managing wave states, and that will actually set them up better. Because if you saw when they got that the 3-0 on mid lane, our wave states were so far behind that we couldn't capitalize on that 3-0 kill. That it just was all for nothing. The Air Force still had the ability to just come back and just keep pushing waves and putting pressure on the map.
And Vest, Air Force had a dominant showing. It would look to be a close mid game. How are you guys feeling going into this last game?
Oh, I think the confidence right now for the team after that game 1 kind of let's have some fun style is through the roof. I think they're very confident heading into this game 3, and I think you'll see the spicy pick that I was mentioning earlier. I think Kempsey set it up with the Aatrox here, with the engage that he was able to get onto Papa Pluto up top. So expect that spicy pick coming up here, and I think I'm not trying to be a homer, but I think the weights have shifted to the Air Force going into this game 3 after what they just did to the Army in game 2.
I think it'd be hard pressed to find someone who would disagree with you. This is the Air Force that we expected to see game 1. This is the Air Force that we kind of expected to go 2-0 with a solid fight from the Army. Game 1, they wanted to have fun. They wanted to treat it like the Coast Guard. They wanted to just mess around a little bit, but it was the Army was prepared. The Air Force was underprepared, but that second game was just, this is the Air Force that I've been talking up whenever I tell anybody about this stream, where I'm like, hey, we got the Air Force on this week. These dudes are absolutely insane. They're cracked. They are ready for anything. And they showed that this game. Kempsey had great flank engages properly on the Yone, just 3-man ult after 3-man ult. Shiro the only time he really died was Vagar blowing him up. And you don't have to worry about that every game, because if you can say, oh, well, Vagar blew me up, let's just ban it next game. I don't want to deal with it. So just dominant game 2, and I am so excited. I think the Army is going to put up a real good fight here, and we'll see what they can do once we come back from this break for game 3. and we are back for Game 3, the final game of North America's Warriors of the Rift 2024. Army versus the Air Force, the undefeated teams going head-to-head. The last game, bragging rights, the top of the leaderboard. I am Mega, again, joined by Vest from the Air Force and Brian from the Army. We got to hear a little bit of your guys' thoughts from Game 2. Air Force finally saying, you know what, we're throwing the gloves down, we're going bare knuckles brawling, and they brought the pain. They played excellently. Shiro was the AD carry that we've known him to be all year. So we talked a little bit about what needs to change going into Game 3. And Vess, you keep mentioning this spicy pick. So Brian has no way of knowing, he has no way of communicating. Can we get hints? Because I've been you told us earlier, but we kind of need to involve the chat a little bit here. We need to get them kind of like, oh, what do they got? What do they got? Is it going to be Lilia top lane? Is it going to be Sejuani top lane? Is someone going to finally make me happy and play Sejuani top lane?
So it won't be Sejuani, but it could be a jungle
don't care anymore.
In the top lane. It could be a jungle pick in the top lane.
Ooh, Nidalee top lane. Going back to the what was that? 2014, where you built Randuin's Omen and Iceborne Gauntlet, and just were an absolute menace. I hated that meta. All right, Brian.
So I would say AFG.
Are you putting Silas top? Is it Silas top?
No, it is not Silas top.
Oh, okay. Doing
Brian,
some investigating here. Yes.
How are we doing over there?
Honestly, I think the game was fine all the way up to the missed call from Army, from sending 4 bot with Baron up. That was just a bad call. That just snowballed the game out. I know the guys have it in them to beat Air Force in this last game. I think they just need to put Fox on a mid laner that can roam around and put pressure on the map in terms of either going and influencing on the top side or influencing on the bot side. The Veigar sitting in the mid lane the entire time. Yes, he's stacking, but he didn't offer any real support in going and influencing other lanes. And so if they change that up, we'll be good.
We're going to get into pick ban here. Again, last game in North America. Everybody, let's get hype in the chat. Throw those channel points up. You know you want to play the Gamba game. Army, again, they don't want to give Pop this Xerath. I believe you guys said he is basically a Xerath one trick. He has almost 1 million points on this Xerath?
Over 1 million. Over 1 million.
Disgusting. Anyone with over 1 million mastery points on their champion is kind of cringe. Yes, Brian, I'm aware you have 1 million on Leona.
Yes. I love Leona. She's my favorite champion.
I just love flaming everything that isn't Sejuani. I love flaming everything that isn't Sejuani.
So we do see here the Nidalee ban, which is what Brian called out here, and automatically the Xerath ban. And Camille as well, because they know Kempsey can be dangerous with that Camille. So I see the other bans is going to be Syndra again, and it might be Veigar coming from AFG because they don't want that baby cage out there again.
Same bans from Air Force is Game 2, the Ezreal, Braum, and Ashe. Getting rid of that Freljord duo bot lane and the Ezreal, the long-range poke. So what are we going to prioritize from the Army now?
It's most likely going to be either a Kaisa or who's the other one he's been playing recently? Yeah. Oh, we're going to prioritize J4. Okay. That's smart from us. That is the prio pick for our team because Unohana on J4 is just insane.
I believe Unohana's really had Jarvan all 3 games, correct?
Yes.
No, Air Force had a game 1.
Air Force had a game 1. I knew someone had it. Misfortune Rel. A nice Magnet Storm bullet time combination, keeping everybody locked in. Oh my gosh, these more close quarters fights are going to be deadly, and I'm so ready for it.
Yeah,
I could see the spicy pick of AP Malphite jungle here just for fun. and then let everyone else carry.
Are we gonna see Shiro's AP jungle Malphite again? Please. That was.
I think they'll keep Shiro in the bot lane, but you may see Mata go AP Malphite.
So here's the thing: if Hydrolai has been trained by Brian, the Leona extraordinaire, this is going to be a deadly Leona.
This is literally just press R on MF the instant she starts her animation on cast. This is the purpose of the Leona pick. It's the long range R onto a standing still target. Now what they pair with
makes sense.
I don't know.
Kai'Sa. It's got to be Kai'Sa. It's Kai'Sa or Xayah, in my opinion. Kai'Sa, the synergy with CC on from her support is too good, but I think we need more Xayah. Just flat out.
Yeah. That's something I keep telling Insidious to play.
We have a little bit of a delay coming in from the pick bands, but yeah, Brian, continue. What do you keep telling them about Xayah?
So Xayah, right now for what we see currently between the MF and the Rel, the Xayah is just a perfect pick onto that because you get to get rid of or dodge all of Miss Fortune's ult, and you're preventing any of the dive that could be coming forward on you, and you're just baiting them into your feathers and you just clean them up. It's something we've practiced multiple times in terms of the picks. Now, what I would have liked to seen instead of the Leona with, if we go the Xayah route, it would have been Nautilus. The Nautilus pick is stronger into it with Xayah, and also just pressing a button, pressing R, and just playing the mini game of can I hit an AD carry with my R. With Nautilus is just too easy and too fun. It's all I do here in Korea.
It's so fun.
It's just whenever I play Nautilus, I'm literally just playing the game of who do I press R on? How do I find them? I'll purposely flash forward and hook like a minion just to hit my R onto someone instead of landing all the other CC.
It also throws them off. They're like, wait, he flash hooked the minion? Oh, cool, I'm knocked up. Oh, cool, I'm dead.
Yep.
So.
It's one of my favorite pastimes.
All right, so unfortunately the lobby did bug on the Army's pick 3, so right now they are remaking the lobby. It will be same picks and bans all the way up to, and there it is, Kai'Sa.
Yep.
The Kai'Sa Leona bot lane. And the other thing I like is Leona gets the easy point and click ult. Rel's already going to be engaged on someone, and Kai'Sa can just void rush right to the Misfortune and just blow her up.
Yeah. The one thing that we're going to need to look for or pay attention for is on the Air Force is who are they going to have to also peel for the MF if the Kai'Sa is doing that. Because if they allow Kai'Sa just to get unfiltered access to the backline, it's just going to be easy pickings.
Waiting here for the Air Force's next pick. What are you thinking, Zest? Or Vest? God, I keep saying Zest. Oh my gosh. What are you thinking here?
Zesty.
He is zesty.
Zest
Honestly,
makes everything
both you guys
better.
are zesty. Zesty, vesty.
So what am I thinking here for jungle? If it is going off the coaching I've been receiving, I know they may be looking Brand here. They could be looking Zyra. But I know those are not really this Elo type style picks.
I hate the Zyra jungle.
It is nasty.
What's
Plus,
wrong
it gives
with Zyra? You don't like someone
can
who can clear Baron at 20 minutes by herself? What?
Off screen too. She just clears Baron off screen. She just walks away. It's something we haven't.
So I could definitely see that pick here. Oh, going Yone. So we're taking the mid here. So I think they're gonna wait to see what the army comes out with, and then maybe pick the jungle last.
What? Wait. He said the spicy pick was a jungle, so they could lock their jungle next and have it actually be their top lane. Oh, okay. So you like to play with our minds. You know what that's called? Manipulation, gaslighting. That's what we don't do to people that we care about.
Let's see.
It makes it more entertaining, right?
I just let Brian off to the side. Just see. Oh, man.
I'm doing research on this on my second monitor, trying to figure it out what the spicy pick could be. Trying to see if it's on this on any of
He's
this.
just got spreadsheets. He's going through years of match history, just trying to find that one game.
I do actually have spreadsheets of like every champion that's been played. I have damage spreadsheets. I have it's crazy the stuff that I have just on my second monitor that I'm just staring at.
This is what you can do in Korea with 3 picks.
Nerd.
I am a nerd.
I was wondering what he was doing. So
ban the Zyra. Good.
Ban and
Take the Zyra away.
Syndra, and Ornn. The next pick for the Air Force. Get ready, chat. It could be the spicy pick, the pick that's been hyped up since pre-game 1. I'm concerned.
I'm thinking Kempsey goes it. I think Kempsey takes it here.
If it's what you told me earlier, the brand
jungle.
The non-elo jungler. All right. So, again, these fights are going to be very close quarters, and Brand excels with that, with his ultimate, the AoE spread, the passive explosion. I have a feeling Brand's going to end up doing most of the damage by the end of this game. This is going to be a very, very interesting late-game team fight.
So I don't think we see the spicy pick, and once the Army picks, I'll kind of hint of who it would have been.
Chat, it's not Yumi. If he plays
not
Yumi top,
lane.
I am quitting. If he plays Yumi top, I am straight up quitting this cast. They are stuck doing it by themselves. If it's, I swear, I'm out.
Ooh, Hue?
No way.
Now, Fox's way is actually pretty deadly.
There.
You may see the spicy pick, but I think they need the tank. I think they need the tank top here.
Okay, so it's not a tank. It's not a tank. We know that. No spicy pick this game.
You said
it was going to be a Lee Sin. It was going to be a Lee Sin pick, depending on how the comps looked out.
Oh, I've seen that. That's like season 6, season
21.
7 throwbacks.
21.
Was it 21?
It was 21 because like Fudge and them on Cloud9 played it. It was like one of the it was his best champion at MSI 21. Was it 20? What year were they in Iceland? Hold on. I'm MSI 2020. No, 2020 they didn't have MSI.
Yeah, because of COVID.
Oh my gosh. All right, Liquipedia. No, it was 21 because 22 MSI was in Busan. You would have been there, Brian. Mm-hmm. Come on, man. You should have known that.
No, I've only been in Korea for a year, so.
You still should have been there.
I know. I should have. To see the Church of Chovy get silenced.
So the last pro game that I went to, I got free tickets from when she was Latigris on the LCS cast. I got to see DRX EDG in New York City. Holy crap, that was such a fun series. I got to hear Vedius just scream at a monitor. It was, oh my gosh, I had so much fun. All right. So production.
No, that's right.
Is production's telling me.
Oh, it might be MF Top and Brand ADC. APC.
There's no way.
Whatever you want to call it. Yes.
What?
What would be your Jungle Rel? What? I'm confused.
No, Jungle Rel would.
Jungle Rel got nerfed into the ground.
What?
Jungle Rel doesn't exist anymore. Like her abilities don't.
It could
deal
be Brand Jungle, but I
camps.
know they've been talking about Brand ADC a lot lately as well because that's what they do in the coaching sessions. But I'm not sure.
Don't.
I'm trying to.
Production, please don't tell me that's correct. Please don't. Please. Why are you doing this to me? Stop torturing me! Oh my god!
Playing with your emotions is so fun.
Why are you guys emotionally manipulating me? My ex-girlfriend did it to me, and now you guys.
Because we're flyboys. That's what we do. We travel to places, we pick up girls, and we disappear.
Jeez. We are just not talking about the
Yes,
production. No. It is not Misfortune Mid. She's having way too much fun with this. All right, let's talk about something else. We're gonna forget. I'm sorry, Vest. We're gonna forget the Air Force for now. Volibear and Hui, two champs that we haven't really gotten to see that much. I like Volibear. I believe Papa Pluto should actually. Was it Papa Pluto or was it Charming who played it last time when we had the army on?
It was, I believe it was Papa Pluto. He played it last time against the Navy. So it was something we practiced that the day prior.
All right, and Hui. I know nothing about his abilities. The only thing I know is a Spiraling Despair. So I've had 4 to 5 days to actually learn his stuff. Didn't. So he is Paint Boy, from as far as I know. But again, there's just so much AoE in these team comps that these fights are going to end within a matter of seconds. Spiraling Despair from Hui, the Cataclysm from Jarvan, the Volibear Stormbringer, as well as Misfortune Alt brand everything. These are going to be very fun, very explosive team fights.
What are we looking at?
Why are you giggling, production?
What are we looking at?
Stop giggling! What do you know? Oh, well, our production has no idea what's happening. We're waiting to get into game because the way the client works, we can't see summoner spells when you're spectating until you get into game. So this is a complete mystery to all of us. All we know is that Air Force has a Brand, a Rel, an Aatrox, a Yone, and a Misfortune. So is this like them moderately trolling, or is this them actually like going hardcore serious mode?
So this is kind of serious mode. So we did a 3v3 ARAM tournament a couple months ago, and Kempsey was on one of these teams. And some of the comps that they came up with and absolutely just smoked an entire 10-man team or 10 team tournament bracket was they would do super dive comps of Blitz, Pike, and someone else and just destroy everyone. But Air Force is going all in this one. They don't want to lose to the Army. We cannot lose to the big brother that brought us into this world. So they're going to go all out on this. I know from I think it was last week, we saw the Whales go in and just absolutely demolish people. I think they're getting 2 or 3 at a time in that ult. So it'll be very interesting. But I think the Air Force, if they're playing around this game and just going for the Smurf fun game and try to win it that way, I'm gonna go smack them after this in the other voice chat.
Brian, production is putting in their final guess. I would love to see a Yone jungle because I don't think it'll work. Brian, what does the Army do in this game?
Activate everything activate the bot lane by having the mid lane pressure the bot lane. That's what they need to do. They need to rotate into the bot lane and just dominate like they did in game 1 through bot lane. If you get Insidious online early and get him cooking, he's going to cook a delicious meal for us. So I'm here for it.
All right. We are waiting to get into game 3. I can't say it enough. The last game for North America. We will have 2 European series next week. On Tuesday, we get to see the Royal Air Force against the French Army of the Air and Space. Another these Air Force teams have been top of their game so far on both the North American and the European side. I was really hoping we were going to get to do one of these live shows, get the winner of that series out here to play against the winner of this. And at the time, we were all kind of sitting, yeah, it's going to be the Air Force. They kind of busted. Then the Army just comes out of nowhere and starts smacking them around. Production's still changing. We We have been told by production that these are correct finally. That is Aatrox top, Brand jungle, Yone mid, I almost said Misfortune support, Misfortune AD carry, and Rel support. So finally, we have correct information. Now you can gamble easily with peace of mind, kind of like, oh, okay, I'm willing to put channel points down on this now.
Oh,
All
I
right, how
put
many
all
channel points do you have?
6,700 on the Air Force before we even knew what the comps was.
I have
I gotta put all
23,600. Chat, who should I do?
have-
No, my
Please put
dream matchup
1-8.
is not Leona versus Sejuani top. That's horrible.
Let's see.
This is a night. Thank you again, guys, for joining me. This has been a very fun time getting to cast with both of you. You both provide great insight, and now we get to see coming up very soon the absolute insanity. Two undefeated teams going head to head for that final win, those bragging rights, the victory atop Warriors of the Rift 2024, North America's greatest military league team.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Let's hope it's a banger game. Let's hope it's a certified classic. Get the cinema types rolling. I'm here for it.
Yeah, we
think-
need Riot's like professional setup so we can do like those cinematic shots of like the camera panning all the way around like that.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think if the Army starts out like they did game 1, Air Force is going to be on that back foot, and I don't think they have the comp to get out of it if they can build around Brand and that ult combo. But if the Air Force gets out early, kind of like they did last game, it's going to be very interesting, and it will be a spicy finish to this series, and may the best team win no matter who it is.
See, I've learned from my past mistakes. I'm not going to get the hype started until I start to see the characters move, because Riot does not want to fix their client.
Hey, it's a small
And
indie
we
developer.
are
It's
on
okay.
into game 3 of the U.S. Army versus the U.S. Air Force. United States military is fighting tooth and nail. The final game. Everything rides on this last match, and we have got some banger team comps.
Oh.
I love the spam pings already. I also love this, where it's just like, I'm in the bush. They cannot see me. I cannot see them.
It's the 5-point standard.
Yep. I thought we were about to see the double invade there for a second, but
If anything, was it Popperling is gonna be looking to walk up to was it? Oh man, what are those called? I'm blanking. Walk in and try to get a ward there, and then
Raptors.
bot side's gonna walk up. Yeah, Raptors. Yep, he gets the ward on Raptors. And now that Air Force has taken that bush control, Army can't walk back to lane. They got to take the long way.
So as soon as you said it's my brain just autocorrected to final countdown. If we get DMCA'd for that, I will actually eat the responsibility for that one. I really hope we don't, though.
Nah, it's covered under parity law.
Standard
You're doing a
trades.
parody of it.
Not. I like the Volibear pick. It just deals so much damage, starting with the Doran's Ring, the Sky Splitter. It's so busted against these weaker champs early before any resistances and health stacking comes in. Braxy, we get it. Sad B, okay? They can't see it. He really does. Does get the stun. A nice Acathian Rain. Deals equal damage back, so no spicy level 2s here. And same as we got last game, same as we got last game, we don't have the Rel going for the flash remount engage. But it seems to be working.
Looks like Army is setting up. They want this wave to push in so they can get the support from Unohana as early as possible.
Brian,
Yes.
How's this early game looking? Is this similar to what you'd expect? You'd expect the mid lane to kind of be like trading back and forth, but were you ready for the Misfortune Rel to have this level of early pressure?
Yes, it does. It 100% does. The Rel Misfortune honestly has such an early presence just because Kai'Sa's just a little bit shorter range, and with the bullet time or the bouncing bullets, it's something Kai'Sa has to be mindful of and stepping back. So it's something I was expecting in terms of not having the instant lane priority. And then I kind of knew Yunahana was going to do opposite side jungles clearing from Madra, so I knew he was going to do that. It's something he wants to do. Is he usually clears top to bot on every game we play blue side, just so we can have that early advantage on the bot side and look for ganks.
Jungler's basically staying even on CS. No real insane plays. Faded Ashes for the Brand, Pickaxe for the Jarvan. Standard starts. Dragon will spawn in about 30 seconds, so I know you guys said that like you came in with a game plan, you like to fight over objectives, but we have not really gotten a first objective fight at all this series.
Yeah, I'm surprised that we haven't just been forcing fights at objectives. We've kind of been playing it slow.
I mean, we saw what that did for you last week against the Navy in game 2. So
don't even get me started about that clown fiesta. I was so upset. I literally told them in team chat, like in chat before the game starts, I'm like, they're gonna try to fiesta. Don't do the fiesta. Say no to the fiesta. And what do they do?
But the fiesta
hey,
is
let's
fun.
have a fiesta.
Fox is getting engaged on Madara, flashes over the
Fox.
Brand. Impressive. He shields himself. He stays alive. The Blaze Faded Ashes combination is not enough damage. Everything burned. Yunahana, though, I would have expected him to flash Flag Drag over and try to get something traded back. No trade back. A lot of damage. A nice Sky Splitter damage onto Kempsey, but the World Ender is there, and no extra follow-up. Yunahana is going to Flag Drag, does connect onto Braxy. He's so low.
Oh.
No, Yunahana does not have the range.
What are we doing?
Braxy survives with single-digit health. So close, yet so far.
So an interesting stat came from production here. The team that got first blood in each game has won the match so far.
Oh, and they're looking for an engage here. This is going to be Pop. They need to know. Okay.
Oh.
They know he's
Nice
there. Okay.
Demacian standard. Will spot him out. The flag sees him. All three Void Grubs go for the Air Force, trading those first objectives. So no first objective fight, but we are getting to see a very good fight. A nice Fate sealed to dodge the Spiraling Despair, but Fox has enough movement speed. He's able to get out Madara. He has the Pyroclasm. He's ready to fire it. It hits all three. The Blaze procs are going. Madara picks up a double kill. 2 assists to the Misfortune. Balanced. And a 1 fight for the Air Force starts this game off. A crazy. Papa Pluto now is fighting Kempsey. The World Ender is popped. Stormbringer goes down as well. Kempsey has taken a lot of damage. The heals are in for Papa Pluto over the course of this fight. So much healing. A flash from Pluto. He's not able to find that last hit. Kempsey, he's looking. He knows he wants to take it. But Papa Pluto, he has the damage for it, but he doesn't have the mobility. Madara's moving up as well. Fights all over the map, but they're benefiting the Air Force.
This is what the Air Force was looking for here, just to try to get those early wins and get that Brand going. Because if you get that Brand going, you cannot have that close team fight because he's just going to melt you down to nothing.
Yep, he just presses R and walks off screen.
RE,
that's all he
bye.
did there. Shiro's getting some good damage off those bouncing bullets. Insidious is very low. No 6s for the bot lane, so no crazy ultimates yet. But again, Insidious is just eating these Misfortune bullets. He's so low. The Ignite's there. He has the barrier, but Not sure if he's going to re-engage Hydrolite. Braxy is actually really low, but Hydrolite is caught out. Shiro is there.
Bye-bye,
One more
Insidious.
bullet. The bullet time is up. The barrier is not enough. A double kill for Shiro sets up the Air Force's bot lane for a great laning phase. Oh, Hana, don't do it. I know you're looking for it. Don't do it, my man.
He's holding the
it's
he's
not
holding
gonna
the
go
wave.
the way you go. Okay.
He was preventing the wave from crashing, just so they can get back in time for a cannon wave.
See, sometimes you don't know what. Sometimes you just don't know. A great fade sealed hits Fox. The stuns are in. Actually, misses a couple things. Shiro is now locked inside the Cataclysm. He will go down, but the shutdown goes to the Aftershock from Leona. It doesn't go to Yunahana. They're trying to give this last kill over to Insidious, but Braxy is actually so far away. A nice Void Seeker grabs that extra kill. Again, just extreme aggression all over the map now. But these fights, unlike the first game, they are more calculated. They are taking fights at the right time.
Yeah, this gold advantage for the Air Force is going to be huge.
2K at 9 minutes. Brian, are you worried?
Not really. I'm not gonna be worried until that first real team fight happens. In terms of when I see Brand just press R, does 10 billion damage, and walks away, and then I'm just gonna be, yep, that's game.
I think the Air Force right here is going to try to set up for these Void Grubs and get that 6 Void Grub bonus here, and really be able to pummel those turrets early.
Madara flashes, misses the stun,
misses everything, and still gets the kill.
The Blaze is going to come in. He does not actually. The execute does not come through for the Yone. So that does mean that Fox survives just barely. Hydrolite hits the Solar Flare, does tag the Yone. The Killer Instinct straight in. But again, these kills are going to the Leona's Aftershock. That is not the target you want to be getting these kills on. A flea from, Madara is locked up, locked down. The Stormbreaker comes in. Kempsey is trying to fire back more flag and drags. Kempsey is trying to grab more kills. The bullet time over Insidious locked down. Shiro is firing back, picks up a double kill. Papa Pluto is locked inside the Cataclysm. Shiro is trying to get some bullets back into the bear. It's bear season, and Papa Pluto is not surviving. A triple kill for Shiro, 5 kills on the Misfortune, an insane gold lead, and Shiro is playing as the AD carry we always knew he was.
With the jungle down here, Brand's gonna go get that Void Grub and get it over with, and give the Air Force a huge advantage going into the turrets.
Fox is still as much as I want to say, as much as the analyst in me would be like, oh well, the Air Force has clutched this game out. I have seen late game Hueys do an absolutely disgusting amount of damage in team fights to the set. They get 2 kills, boom, now they have another full item and they just run over these games. Insidious, he's so far away from these minions. He's down 17 CS. He's down 3 kills, a full Bloodthirster. This Misfortune is going to heal so much health during these extended fights.
I think we're about to see our first real team fight here, probably at this next drag. I know Brand's probably going to try to go push way off and clear the mid, but we'll see if he gets the chance to go down and contest this dragon.
Kempsey, I think he's going to be looking for a dive here. Papa Pluto does not have the Stormbringer. No bonus health, no extra damage. Kempsey not going to take this, but Madara is locked up. Yunahana grabs the kill, though. I like that they got the kill. I think that should have gone to Fox. You want to get those kills onto the Hue. You got the kill onto Madara. That means you're going to get the dragon, but actually doesn't. Shiro picks up Insidious. They had a great dive on bot lane. And right now, Papa Pluto is just stuck up top. He's not able to join. The World Ender is popped. He flashes. He stabs him. And the bear falls again. It signals the beginning of the end for this Volibear. This Aatrox is starting to ramp up. He's going to start dealing these massive amounts of AoE damage in these team fights and be so difficult to kill.
Kempsey just flashes that mastery badge.
Yeah.
As much as, like, ooh, Hydrolite does not hit the flash Zenith Blade. Cataclysm is in, but both Shiro and Braxy flash out. No worries on either one of them. There's no follow-up. Insidious is so low. No bullet time from Shiro. He does get hit by the Zenith Blade. Nice Magnet Storm keeps Yudahana away from his AD carry, but right now Braxy and Shiro are so strong. Madara picks up Insidious on the back end, but this Leona has 3 kills, and all 3 of them have come from Aftershock. Every single one of them has come from Aftershock, and the stun misses wide again. Seer has not connected onto Fox and his Hui. Should be able to clear this wave. The turret will... Oh, Spiraling Despair in, and I think Yone has overstayed now just a little bit. One more hit will finish him off, but Hui is not able to get in range enough. Fox... Oh, Fox, no. A great flash.
Oh, great dodge.
Does grab one. Braxy now is stuck in a kind of a bad spot, but Fox misses the Q, and now they're trying to still pick up Braxy. He has the shield. The shield will fall soon. Oh my gosh, it's chaos. That's what we're doing. Yunahana. Oh my god, Madara is knocked up. That sets it up for Insidious to rush in with the killer instinct, grab another kill. Papa Pluto and Kempsey are now fighting again in the top lane. Oh my gosh, it's just crazy all over the map, and I'm having deja vu. I don't know from
this
what,
almost
but
looks like the Army-Navy game of last week.
It's Fiesta
no.
time.
I'm having deja vu from like 2 months ago. I don't know why. Papa Pluto gets on top of Shiro, who's in between turrets, and Fox is there. He's stunned up. He's locked down. And that is a misplay on Shiro's part. I think he might be getting a little too cocky. Kempsey is feared up. The World Ender has his... Oh my gosh, I have the greatest line there, and I can't speak. I'm going to say it anyway. The World Ender has his world ended. There we go. Just cut that in post-production.
No, that's a good TP from Fox, recognizing that a dive's about to occur onto Papa Pluto and just TPing up for that. Now with Brand being spotted on the bot side of the map, this is a great opportunity for, to try to sneak Rift. Oh, TP's coming in. Aatrox.
TP's coming in. Gonna dissuade this Herald fight. Still be up for another 3 minutes and 45 seconds, but I don't think they want to contest this at all. Both turrets have fallen bot lane. A mid turret has fallen. This top lane turret is very low, and there are now objective bounties active for the army. If they can get a
what was that?
Pinball!
That was
pinball. That was literally pinball. Pop is stunned up, but he's just able to dash back to his shadow. That, Braxy was just like, woohoo, wow, just flying around the map. He's like, hey, I'm going to hit this blast cone. And Leona's just like, oh, you're coming with me, buddy. They're going to try to get on top of Kempsey again here. Misses the sky splitter. World Ender is active. Yunahana is trying to get some damage down. A nice killer instinct behind him, but Insidious takes so much damage from Kempsey. A Fate Sealed misses, but there it is. The Pyroclasm. Madara comes in and cleans up the fight.
This could be
Spiraling
an ace.
Despair on top of Shiro. He is going to pop so much damage. A nice stun from Hydrolite. The Solar Flare on top of 2, but Fox is trying to get some damage, trying to fear up. Hydrolite is going to fall to Madara. They're going to hand this kill over. The red buff burn ticks him down. Fox, he still deals so much damage, though. Nice fear.
Yeah.
I like Fox's late game damage, and he picks up another kill on Shiro. Might be able to finish off another item here. The only thing I'm concerned about is there is no Blackfire Torch. There is no Faded Ashes item on this way.
Yeah, not having the burn capability is going to hurt because Misfortune can just heal up every pretty much press the attack and just... They need to find somewhere to get some anti-heal.
I think we're going to get the Shadow Flame from Fox. So, Brian. I feel like every couple minutes it's always just, so, Brian. Okay, we're at a mid game. Yeah. How does the Army win this next team fight? Because we're gonna get another fight here at Dragon.
They win it by Insidious not going into melee range, and they let the Hui do Hui things and just hit you from across the map.
That's actually fair, but also it helps when Braxy just walks into a bush. Triple stun, a nice Q. Kempsey on the flank gets feared up. A nice Killer Instinct gets Insidious to a good spot, but not good enough. The fate sealed, and this is a cleaned up fight. All that's left is Fox, and he is burning down.
Yep.
A very, very clean ace. The Air Force 5 for nothing. And that might be the death sentence for the Army, the victory cry for the Air Force. Start playing the anthem. The boys are flying.
Yeah,
Off
we have
we
no
go
answer to the brand.
into the wild blue yonder.
I actually don't know the Air Force song, so I'm going to trust you on that one.
I hope I know it at 15 years of service.
Then do the whole thing. Go on.
I will when we win. I will sing the Air Force song.
Just rush off and get changed into uniform real quick.
I mean, I got my blues right in like the closet.
I mean, it's your call. You're not on camera right now, so if you can sprint off to the side.
No, I'm good. I am not putting on my blues.
Ooh, Pop, not in the best spot. Does have the Blade of the Ruin King for some extra sustain. However, that means nothing. Yunahana drops the Cataclysm, gets so much damage. Madara is actually tanking the Baron. I don't know how he started to get hit by it, but now Madara flashes away. The Pyroclasm is in. That's a shutdown. That is 2 shutdowns on the Yunahana. Fox is taking a lot of damage. He's inside the shield, trying to stay alive. Braxy, they're baiting in. They know Shiro is nearby. They know he has his ult. They want that bullet time magnet storm combination, but so much damage. Kempsey. Papa Pluto ran that lane early, got no kills onto the Aatrox, so unfortunately there's not much else he can do. But they're going to start up the Baron here. And they're swiftly going to run away. Kempsey did TP behind them. Now we got Papa Pluto's TP in as well. Pop's TP. Oh my gosh, everybody's TPing, but Fox is not in a good spot. Spiraling Despair onto the Yone, but it won't deal enough damage. Fox gets popped. It's hunting season, and the Air Force is going after the Bear and the Fox. Nice Magnet Storm. Yone is just dealing so much damage. On the back end of the fight, Insidious is getting kills. Drops the Aatrox, and we are stuck over here. Shiro knows they're nearby, trying to just get close enough. Insidious, oh no. Shiro flashes, Killer Instinct behind, but one bullet from Misfortune spells Kaisa's demise.
Yeah, here goes Baron, and here could go top lane.
This is a stick a fork in them. We're done. I'm gonna be honest. It's over. It's Jover.
I mean, wait, hold on. They could throw at Elder. You never know. We've seen crazier things.
It does not get to Elder.
We watched G2 come back from like a 6K gold deficit 3 games in a row. I've seen crazier things happen.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen
Air Force is not about that today.
Yeah. They're
Come
on their
Come on. I've seen crazy things. We could get some spicy stuff. Just let me have this one, okay?
You got
Production, if you
your
could hit
fun, spicy
X.
game in game 1, and then the
I
Air Force
didn't
showed
get
out.
my fun spicy game because no one played Sejuani top. I've been begging them for 2 months. No one plays Sejuani top.
Production,
That's
can you
all
show
I really
gold
want.
leads?
Zenith Blade hits Kempsey, just slight dash over the wall. Insidious does not have the killer instinct, so they're trying to chase down Kempsey. Just gets out of range, and he's taunting him. He's standing there knowing they can't even kill him. Oh, Shiro. Shiro, you're
He's
strong,
baiting
but you're not
the-
that strong, buddy.
He's baiting the Brandle.
Yep, he's baiting them to go in, and Brand just does everything. That's what he's looking
Oh
for.
my god. Pop deals so much damage, does not want to stay under the turret any longer, knowing Papa Pluto can just throw the Stormbringer, get a whole bunch of health. But oh my gosh, this is, I liked the Volibear pick at first, but they would just, it had no amount of insane pressure in lane. Again, Madara keep missing these brand stuns. A nice stopwatch, but there it is, the bullet time Magnet Storm combination, a double kill, a triple kill for Brand, 4 for nothing, and that might actually be it. All that's left between the Air Force and an undefeated season is Papa Pluto right now. The Baron buff is still active for another minute. This might be the end.
That bullet time was the A10 coming through and just leaving a wrath of bodies on the floor.
Just going.
Nice Stormbringer gets the Brand back, but now Hydrolite is just stuck in by himself against 4. The Leona is tanky, but she's not tanky enough. Kempsey is just keeping Insidious stuck inside of his own fountain. Fox is trying to throw some paint, get any bit of damage. Unohana is on top of Shiro, but Shiro has so much lifesteal, and Popperling finishes off the Nexus. The Air Force will win this series 2-1. An absolute crazy game 3. And oh my gosh, I'm so happy we got to see the Air Force win. We had a feeling all split. They were one of the most dominant teams we had ever seen. The Army put up a hell of a fight, but congratulations to the AFDL Warriors of the Rift North American winners, the U.S. Air Force. All right, start the anthem. Come on.
Off we go.
That was your cue!
Into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come,
Keep going.
zooming to meet our thunder. Atom boys, give her the gun, give her the gun. Down we dive, spouting our flames from under. Off with one hell of a roar. We live
How
in
long is
fame,
this thing?
go down in flame. Hey,
minutes.
nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force.
All right, stands 2. Good job. Good job. No, that was a good game from Air Force. They had us in the first half with the troll picks, and then they came and showed up. So that's probably this is probably the hardest team, or the best team our academy team has played in about 5 months since we last played in our leagues that we played in. So
Well, the other thing that you do have to remember is you were out your primary mid laner. You were playing with a substitute mid laner. So that team dynamic
we
is
pulled him.
different.
Well, they played about 6 games last night with him, and he meshed instantly with them. He has the same champ pool as our normal starting mid laner, but the mid laner we pulled is from the actual main roster, and he actually plays with Insidious on the main roster. So there's already synergy there. So yeah, we have about like 4 teams in the army that we currently run, so that all play.
You need a
So-
Sejuani top laner? I'm trying to get some free college here.
Hey, we do have a Sejuani top laner already on one of our teams.
What?
So
I don't like this anymore. I'm not happy anymore. I feel robbed. I feel disrespected. How dare you? Kick him and sign me instead. I was number 18 in the world. Actually was. That is like my one claim to fame, and it's not even fame. I was the number 18 Sejuani player in the world back in 21.
yeah,
Which actually was a really good
Unohana's-
feeling.
You want to know what's even scarier? Is Han
What?
is usually the #1 ranked in the world Master Yi player. That was gonna
Kick
be a
him. I don't.
spicy
I don't like
pick
him
if
anymore. I
that
don't
was
like
gonna
him
be our
anymore.
spicy pick against Navy, but they banned it. We were gonna play it
I
and let him
remember
top
that.
off.
I was wondering what the Master Yi ban was. I was like, that's got to be a targeted ban, but I didn't know how crazy he was. If he's actually the #1 Master Yi player in the world, he's better than Cowsep? Does Cowsep
Yeah,
even
he
play
is.
anymore?
Yeah, Cowsep still
Wow.
plays. He
Okay.
streams. He still streams. Is he streaming right now? Because I follow him out here.
Damn,
So
that is.
he
Oh
was
yeah, I
at
forgot he
Worlds.
lives in Korea.
Yep. So
All right.
he's.
So, sorry. Continue.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. You're good.
So, Vest, winning team, Warriors of the Rift. Have you been watching any of the European series?
I have. I haven't been able to watch it as much as I want to because when you guys stream at like 2 p.m., I'm at work. So every once in a while I get to watch
Just watch
it.
it work. Duh.
That'd be nice if I wasn't trying to actually get some things done. Because I would be just tuning straight into the game and be like, work's gonna be there tomorrow, right?
AirPods, come on, just stick them in your ear. No one's gonna notice.
Yeah.
All right, Brian. Thank you for joining us today. We will be having a member of the Air Force joining us for a winner's interview, and I would like to keep their coach included here as we get that Air Force camaraderie. So once that interviewer is ready, we will be saying bye to Brian. So Vest. So between the Royal Air Force and the French Army of the Air and Space are the two. They're both undefeated as well over in Europe. Have you paid attention to either one of them? Do you think which one do you think would win in that series on Tuesday? And whoever wins that series, could the U.S. Air Force beat them in a best of 5?
So I would have to go with Royal Air Force. I have my heart goes out to them because I lived over in England for about 3 years and worked side by side with them for a while. So I know all those guys are pretty good people over there. They're very friendly, very welcoming. So I don't know. I'm not very fond of the French, but they're both evenly matched teams. They're both evenly matched teams, but I think the Royal Air Force has the better upper hand. Now, when it comes down to a best of 5, I honestly see it going to a game 5. It'd be a coin flip game 5. And it just depends on how the main carries for both teams show out that game. So if Shiro and Kempsey show out and then they have a awesome game for Mata, I think the Air Force could take it, but it would literally be a toss up, and no matter who won it, it's just for the camaraderie, for the ability to have this time together and just be able to play something and not focus on what's going on in the world and just have this time of brotherhood or sisterhood, just having fun doing what we love to do, play games.
Well, that actually sounds like real teamwork. It sounds wholesome. It sounds nice. But this is Europe, and I want to talk smack.
Okay? Oh, Air Force. I mean, America wins no matter what. We win
America
every other thing. Like, no one can stop us.
We don't win the World Cup. I will give Europe that. Europe and South America, Fair. They win the World Cup. We don't. It's my sport. I pains me to say it, but they are so much better. Well,
hopefully with this coaching change, we might actually stand a chance with all the talent we have.
Oh, come on. We're not going to stand a chance. When Timothy Weah starts punching Panama players literally 20 minutes into the game, I was at that game.
I don't even want to start.
Still
I don't
upset
even
about
it. Like, that was an atrocity.
Gosh. No, and I remember the first goal they scored. They got called back by VAR. It was offsides. Like I knew I was gonna lose my voice that night. Like I went with my mom, and she's never been to a professional soccer game before in her life. And I was like, your first. We were originally gonna go to Europe this year, and I was like, your first game can't be European soccer, national leagues, because I'm like, if you do that, you're never going to go to a live sporting event ever for fear that they're going to be the same. She's been to NFL games before. She's been to a minor league hockey game. And I was like, so you know how they yell, they scream at the refs a lot? Yeah. They will straight up death threats the referee over in Europe, like in the crowd. They will chant things that I cannot repeat on stream because we are a family friendly stream. We're so nice and good, and I just want to swear sometimes. I want an R-rated stream. I want one unhinged stream. I think I deserve that one. Like, I used to ref soccer, and I always said that, like, hey, we should get at least three swear words a season. Like, if I want to turn to a coach and say shut the f up, I should be able to do that. I can't do that, but I should be able to. Anyway,
have you ever
enough with
seen
my
some of the
rambling.
scenes from Turkey, and they just have
Yes!
all these road flares and smoke bombs, and it looks like it's about to be a riot in the stands.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think it was Morocco during the Euros. They were playing out. They were playing Algeria, and they were just throwing bottles. But enough from us talking about soccer. We have the mid-laner for the Air Force, Proper Line, joining us on the desk very soon for an interview. All right, production. Is he ready?
Yes.
He can hear. Pop, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. How's it going?
How are you doing? Congratulations on winning
Thank
the
you.
Warriors of the Rift. So first thing I gotta ask, game one. Were you just having fun?
The first game was definitely fun. We were just banning all the A champions on the beginning. We did not even check their OPGGs at the start. We were just going with the flow, and yeah, just kind of messed us up. But at the end, we still won.
Yeah. We kind of had a feeling. We were like, was this a troll game? Was this a semi-serious game? Or they were just like trying to get into the groove of it? But absolute
Yeah, that was
dominant play
unexpected.
from
It was unexpected. They
you
were very good.
Yeah, you had a great Yone game on game 2. You hit multiple 3-man alts, and then like during the team fights is you only hit a 1-man alt one time. You're fighting Poppy and you miss everything. So was it just like, oh, I gotta lock in for the team fights, or is it just Poppy got in your head?
Actually, kind of both. I was just trying to get as much people in my ult as possible. I wasn't the carry of the games. It was mostly Madara and Shiro.
Yeah.
I mean, Kempsey was there too. He did all right, I guess.
Kempsey,
He,
Look, I'm a top lane main. I'm used to people throwing us to the wayside. No one cares about us. I could get a pentakill on Sejuani, and as long as we lose the game, they're going to say top diff. I'm used to it. Kempsey, I stand with you, brother. Like, I care about us top laners. When I play jungle, I care about my top lane. I got you, bro. Don't worry.
no, but everyone performed that
Vest.
game. I'm happy with my team. I appreciate everyone playing with me. It's definitely an honor having all of them on my team. They're just great people.
Absolutely. Vest, what questions do you have for your mid laner before you go inevitably yell at him for game 1?
Oh, I'm not gonna yell at him for game 1. I'm gonna yell at Shiro and Kempsey for game 1 because
I can't hear Vax. I'm sorry, I can't hear him.
All right, well, you've got some technical audio here. Do you have me there, Poppy?
Oh yeah, there you are. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
So for game 1, I'm not gonna blame you at all. You were going against a very tough Syndra in the mid lane with Fox, but I think Shiro and Kempsey kind of threw that first one. Kempsey was trying to be him. He was trying to be Faker, but we found out he was not Faker game 1. And
No, he wasn't.
Shiro was just too much in the grave behind Insidious in that Ashe combo with Rel. So I think if those two lanes were a little bit different, I think you guys take game 1, and then
Definitely, yeah, I agree.
maybe we see a different game 2, and you have fun there again to force the game 3. But what do you think is the probably biggest weakness you guys have if you guys were going to a larger scale and playing some of the EU guys?
Biggest weakness. That's a good question. I know my weakness would be champions. Playing as much champions as you can. I definitely can't do that. I probably have like 5 champions I can play. My team, I want to say they're greedy. All of them are greedy, but I respect that. You know, they're putting in the work. Yeah, just being greedy for some things that we shouldn't do.
All right, and my question for you, I'm going to try to think of it real quick because I asked pretty much all the questions that I wanted to, but have you been paying attention to any of the European leagues that we've had on stream?
I heard something about Royal Air Force. They went undefeated.
Royal Air Force and the French Air Force are both undefeated. They play each other on Tuesday. They will also be the winners. So Air Force kind of dominant, but even sight unseen, untrolling. Do you think you take the Royal Air Force or the French Air Force in a best of 5 series?
Definitely, anytime, anywhere. We got them. Just give us a call and reverse them.
All right, I got to win the lottery so I can fund this. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Poppy, for joining us on the desk. Congratulations again to the U.S. Air Force winning Warriors of the Rift 2022. And thank you to the production staff. Thank you to my co-casters, Vest and Brian. We are all volunteers. If anyone would like to donate to help out, there's an exclamation mark donate in the chat. There's a button underneath stream with links. Thank you to everyone who has subbed to the channel. We hit our sub goal today. We hit our follow goal last stream. This has been an absolutely crazy time. I will see you guys again on Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern for the European series. I cannot remember off the top of my head who we have. Give me 1 second here. I will check it.
It's going to be the Royal Air Force and French Air Force.
That is on Tuesday. For Monday, I can't remember who it is. Monday. Oh, wow, that is Monday. Oh, my gosh. Tuesday is the Royal Air Force versus British Army that was rescheduled from last week. Oh, my gosh, Vest is getting the better of me. So Monday, we will have the Royal Air Force versus the British... I'm doing it again. Oh, my gosh. Monday, we will have the Royal Air Force versus the French Army of the Air and Space. Thank you to everybody for joining us tonight. Have a great night. Be safe to each other. Be safe to yourselves. What?
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, back, mirror breaks after math. When I hate, I attack. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal.